I'll give you guys a sec to come in. All right? I'll let you guys give you guys a sec. I need to send some text. Like, I'll give you guys a sec, man, because right now, hey, I'm not doing that well right now, man. I'm not doing that well. This shit sucked. I'll let you guys get into the chat. Get your thoughts out now. Get your thoughts out now. I'm sending text messages right now. So yo get into the chat. I'll be with y'all in a sec. I'll be with yo in a sec. You know how JD, before every single review, right? He has yo in the waiting room for about 10 minutes just so yo can send him money, right? And get all excited. We're going to wait a couple minutes tonight. All right, really. Because I want to be calm. I want to be objective. And yes, I'm pissed about Sasha. There's no doubt about that. But there's more than I'm pissed off about right now. Seriously. This was maybe the most disappointing. I want to say this was the worst Royal Rumble, but easily this may have been the most disappointing, most boring Royal Rumble ever. For a show that I was legitimately excited about all week, all day, excited about this show. Sitting here now, it is now midnight. I am dumbfounded. I can't believe WWE being as predictable as they are. I'm sending out tweets right now. Text your friends. Tell them Fitz is live. This is gonna be one of those reviews. It is gonna be one of those reviews where you're gonna want to be strapped in. So I'm giving you guys fair warning. This is not gonna be your nice little, like an AEW review where I'm nice. There's gonna be bitching. There's gonna be moaning. There's gonna be ranting tonight. This whole show. This is not just about Sasha Banks. This is not just about the men. This is WWE as a whole. This tonight was awful. This was bad. So get your beverages, man. I'm giving you guys fair warning. Fair warning. Let me turn on my fucking heat, man. Fuck. Get your people ready, man. I'm sending out tweets right now. I'm telling people that we are live. Let me get it. Let me get it. I'm sending out the link. I'll be with you guys in just a second. But man, strap in. Strap in. This is gonna be a long one tonight, folks. It's fucking 12 o'clock. This show ended at fucking 12. Let your friends know, man. I'm sending out texts right now. Oh, man. Oh, man. What did Anthony send me? Mm-hmm. Oh, my gosh. You guys ready? Anthony, I don't know if you guys could hear what Anthony just said, right? He was telling me about Roman Reigns. Oh, yeah. Bad Bunny. Don't care. Shane McMahon. Don't care. Don't care. You guys care? I didn't care. I didn't care. I didn't give a fuck. See this shirt? See this fucking shirt I'm wearing? This man said it. He said it 10 years ago, no, 11 years ago. This company would be better when Vince McMahon is dead. And everyone got him at the time. All right? Me sitting in middle school, right? When I was in middle school, I was like, oh, what do you see a Punk? What do you mean, man? But truer words have never been fucking spoken. Seriously. Tonight, you know, actually, let me do my intro first, just so you guys know who I am, right? Yo, what's up, everybody? It is your boy Fitz TV here, AKG Lauren 33. Welcome to another episode of the Legit Shoot podcast. I am here tonight with your Royal Rumble reviewing results for 2022, right? 2022, your 2022 official Royal Rumble pay-per-view. And if you guys are new to the channel, my name is Fitz TV, or I go by George. Thank you guys for taking a listen, man. We talk about wrestling here all the time. Raw reviews, SmackDown reviews, AEW reviews, right? And I'm not like most people you guys will listen to in the podcast. You know, I'm not. I tell it how it is, right? I'm honest. Some people may call me a biased Sasha Banks fan, but you guys, anybody that knows me knows I'm one of the most logical, honest people when I get behind this mic. You know, and I have my favorites, but I care about WWE as a whole, and I want to see them succeed. And the Royal Rumble is one of my favorite shows every year, regardless of how bad WWE is creatively in the year before. Royal Rumble time, January, the first big pay-per-view of the year, I always get excited for this show. I love the Royal Rumble match. I love the concept, right? Usually we always have big title matches that surround the Royal Rumble, and then we get the big surprises. They start making these big angles going into WrestleMania. And regardless of how bad WWE is, and every year their creative gets worse and worse because of Vince McMahon and who else is in charge. But I always get excited for this show. I was legitimately excited for this show tonight. And that's rare because most WWE pay-per-views, I couldn't give two shits. Couldn't give two shits. You know? But as bad as WWE is, I always get up for this one show. Always. Even there's some WrestleManias I'm not that excited about. But I was excited for this show. And You know, there were so many cool things. Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, right? And the 2 Royal Rumble matches. There were so many different possibilities. And then we heard the rumors earlier today about Ronda Rousey. And then we heard about what the plan was with Brock Lesnar. And then you saw what they did. We didn't get no Asuka. We didn't get no Bayley. No Trish Stratus. Naomi gets eliminated early. Sasha Banks gets eliminated early. You have Sasha Banks come back from injury, right? You coming back, and everybody. She was the odds-on favorite a couple months ago, and then tonight happens. She doesn't even get to the Final Four. She doesn't even get halfway through the match. You know how long Sasha was in that match tonight? 9 minutes and 7 seconds. 9 minutes. She started first. You had some people believing that she was going to be the Iron Woman of the match, right? Like she was a couple years ago. Nope. She got eliminated by fucking Zelina Vega. If Sasha had got eliminated late in the match, Final Four, that's something completely different. But then they did that. And, you know, like I'll put more of a focus on Sasha a little bit. But there are so many things that I was excited about going into the show. The concept of maybe AJ Styles winning the Royal Rumble, right? And maybe a potential surprise, right? What if John Cena shows up as Peacemaker? Or you get a big surprise from Triple H or somebody like that. And we didn't. This was legitimately the most boring, one of the worst Royal Rumbles of all time. And I really, truly mean that. Seriously, WWE has a fucking problem. They really do. And it's one thing for me to say that on a Raw review and a SmackDown review, right? But most of the time, even as bad as WWE Creative is, when it comes to the pay-per-views, they still at least give you a decent show. Tonight was horrific. This is supposed to be the kickoff for Wrestlemania season. WrestleMania is only 2 months away, people. 63 days. 8 weeks. 8 weeks. And I am not excited for WrestleMania season. I am not. It's sad. This show started off so well. So well. That first match. And but from the second, you can legit. The show started off so well. And then they started with the fuck finish to the end of the Roman and Seth match. And then from there, every single match on this show had a problem. Every single match from this show. The ending of Roman and Seth was horrific. The Women's Royal Rumble match legitimately fell off the map the second Sasha was eliminated. That's not even me being biased. That is just a fact. Everybody tweeted about it. The second Sasha was eliminated, when she was an odds-on favorite coming into the match, no one cared. The only part of the match that people actually gave a shit after Sasha was eliminated, when Ronda Rousey showed up. And we'll talk about Ronda a little bit later. You got to the match after that. Becky and Doudrop, absolutely pitiful. Well, the match wasn't terrible, right? But nobody gave a shit, because nobody gives a shit about Becky as a heel. She sucks. And Doudrop, why would anybody care? This is why you don't do fucking heel versus heel. And then what was the match after that? What was the match after that? You did the mixed tag match with Maurice and Miz versus Edge and Beth. Wasn't even that bad, but nobody gave a shit. Nobody gave a shit, right? And then what happened after that? Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley. You know, a dream match that we were so excited for. So excited. And even though Lashley won, and I'm happy for Lashley, you look at everything else. Look at everything else that happened, right? I'm not excited for Roman and Brock. I don't care. I'm done with it. Seriously. We're going to get Roman and Brock in Mania again? Again. I'm done with it at this point. I'm not interested. I don't care how cool it was that Heyman betrayed Lesnar again, like he did with the Big Show back in, what was it, 03 or whenever they did it. I don't care. I don't care. Legitimately. I'm done with it. You did the build-up at Crown Jewel. You did the build-up at day one. I am not interested with Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. It's the same shit every time. Becky, Charlotte, Brock, Roman. I'm done with it. Seriously. I don't care how great Brock is as a babyface. I don't care how funny he is. You don't think this is a joke, right? Everybody's talking about how great Roman's title reign is. Seriously. Anthony's texted me this. I've said on this podcast, every single person that Roman has beat, what have they done afterwards? Kevin Owens, right? Half the people half the people that Roman has feuded with, right? They're not even in the company anymore. Braun Strowman, gone. The Fiend, gone. Bryan Danielson, AEW. Cena's off doing movies. Edge is fucking feuding with The Miz. Who else? Cesaro? Cesaro was even in the Rumble match. Remember how great Cesaro was around this time last year. Cesaro and Seth Rollins had one of the best matches at WrestleMania last year. They had one of the best matches of the entire year. And after Cesaro faced Roman, Cesaro has not mattered at all. Cesaro was not even in the Rumble match tonight, which tells you what WWE thinks of him. Not even having you in the Rumble match to be a jobber. Finn Balor, he's buried on Raw. Legitimately. You heard the reports? Vince doesn't care about Finn Balor anymore. Who the fuck? What? Really? Seriously? Everyone loves Roman Reigns. He has great theme music. Really? Yes, Roman is over to make Roman look good. That's it. Roman looks good just for Roman. That's it. That's it. I'm sick of Roman. I'm sick of it. I don't care how entertaining he is. I don't care how good his character is. I don't give a shit. I'm done with it. Seriously. Right? What else did you have on this? And then the men's Royal Rumble match. The only person that I legitimately cared about in that match was AJ Styles. And then I thought there was a chance that AJ might go all the way. And they didn't do it. They didn't do it. He got eliminated, about 3/4 through the match. And after that, my character went out the window. Because legit, I had a thing on my phone where I was looking at everyone that was announced for the Rumble. And I was legit counting down. I knew there would be maybe 2 surprise entries, and I didn't care. You really think I popped seeing Bad Bunny and Shane McMahon? No, I didn't care. I didn't care. And then you have Brock Lesnar come in and eliminate everybody. Everybody. This company has its priorities are so fucked. It's insane to me. It's insane to me. Every year, it's the same people on top. And I feel so bad for that crowd. Really. I feel really bad for that crowd. Because I was excited for this show. A lot of people were excited for it tonight. And then to go and just get that tonight. Disappointment, predictable, same old boring WWE. Wow, we're going to WrestleMania and the same 4 people are in the focus again. Nobody knew. Nobody knew. And people, oh my gosh, man. Oh, I just don't get it. Seriously. How can people in that fucking company actually suck up the Vince? I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Legitimately. It makes 0 sense to me. How can people sit in that company and suck out the Vince? He's a fucking cancer. He sucks. He needs to retire. And poor Triple H, man. Poor Triple H. The guy should be running WWE, and now he'll never get that shot again. He'll never. Because, God, I hope his medical health gets better. But even when he gets better, he's never coming back. He's not coming back. He's never coming back. Poor Triple H, man. Poor Triple H. Because he actually has a creative mind. He He cares about the wrestlers in that company. But Vince don't give a fuck. No, if it's Brock, it's Roman, it's Charlotte, it's Becky. And then meanwhile, the real fucking wrestlers, right? The real fucking wrestlers. The Drew McIntyre never's gonna get his WrestleMania moment. Sasha's never gonna win a WrestleMania match. How fucking pitiful is this company? How pitiful really is this company, man? Fuck! This Royal Rumble sucked tonight. It sucked. If I knew this show was going to be bad going in, I wouldn't be this mad. But it's just legitimately having excitement. It's hard to have excitement for anything WWE these days. It really is. It's hard to have excitement for this dumbass company. But still, every single time you want to give a little hope to this company. No, they don't do it. They don't do it. They don't. And here's another thing that, most of your fucking casual podcasters are not going to mention tonight on any of the reviews, right? Guys, there was no NXT appearances in the Rumble. At least every in the Rumble past, we will get a couple ones, right? Like Adam Cole when he was in WWE, or Bianca Belair when she was in NXT, right? I thought maybe we would see maybe a Mandy Rose or Io Shirai or Raquel Gonzalez, right? I thought maybe we'd see that. Maybe see a Tommaso Ciampa, maybe a Braun Baker, right? No, not one fucking NXT call-up. Not one NXT show-up. Nothing. No, let's call fucking Michelle McCool and Kelly and Molly Holly. Let's fucking call the Bella Twins. Let's call the same legends we call to be in the Rumble every fucking year. Because we don't give a shit. We don't care about the wrestlers we actually have, right? Let's go pay money to have fucking Mickie James, who wrestles in another funky company. Seriously. Oh yeah, everybody getting excited about potential AEW wrestlers showing up tonight. Yeah. Oh, Cody Rhodes, trolling everybody saying that he was in St. Louis. Or maybe Jericho, right? Maybe John Moxley shows up. No. WWE's too stubborn to do anything of that. There is so much hype, so much intrigue, so much shit, so much to potentially be excited about coming into the show, and we got absolutely none of it. None of it. I don't know. Let me fix my camera here. I should know better than to have to give WWE, a chance anywhere. I should know better, right? It's my fault. Guys, it's my fault, right? I apologize. I really did. Right? It's my fault for tweeting out on SmackDown last night. Oh, when Sasha came back to see who was winning the Rumble, right? My fucking fault! What did Anthony text me? She's not a Florida. Yeah. I know, Anthony. You're right. Fucking hell, man. I don't believe I don't believe I actually have to review this shit show. I really don't. I will say this. Any if you guys are new to the podcast, make sure to hit that subscribe button, click the bell so you guys are notified. Every time I go live, every time I post a video, a podcast, I'll be here reviewing this every week as we enter the WrestleMania season, guys. I'll be here. Don't you worry. I'll suffer. Don't worry, man. I'll be here. I'll be here, man. Fucking hell, man. Let's, I don't want to review the show yet. I really don't. Let me. What are you guys saying in the comment section? Let's see what you guys say in the chat, bro. And I will let you guys know super chats are available. I don't tell you guys to donate. I don't ask you guys to donate. I let you guys, if you guys want to, everything that you guys invest or everything you guys donate gets reinvested into the channel. So yeah, but basically what I'm saying is you guys are agree with me. Gosh, man. It's hard, man. It's hard. Because now we're on the road to WrestleMania, and my excitement's out the window. It really is. My excitement's not there. I have a small hope that maybe, just maybe, that WWE will have Ronda challenge Becky, and then we'll get Sasha versus Charlotte on SmackDown, right? But why have any hope at this point? I'm not gonna say it's gonna happen. I'm not even gonna try to fantasy book it. I'm not. I'm just gonna sit back with my mouth fucking closed and just see what happens with the rest of y'all. You know? And then I'll just review it. I'm not gonna do any. I'm not gonna make no predictions. No nothing. No nothing. You're not gonna get none of that from this guy. No fantasy booking. None of that. I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna wait for Ronda to make her decision. If she chooses Becky, there's hope for Sasha. There's hope. If she chooses Charlotte, fuck WWE. It would just be another example of how fucking WWE doesn't give a shit about Sasha. All right? And it's something we should have realized long ago. Something I should have realized 5 years ago. All right? When Becky and Charlotte are injured, that's when WWE wants to push Sasha. But when Becky and Charlotte are, healthy, right? Put them at the top division. Sasha, Bayley, Asuka, the real wrestlers, right? They don't matter. They don't matter. Because, it has to be Charlotte, has to be Becky every fucking time. They're overrated wrestlers, but, that doesn't matter to WWE. That doesn't matter to WWE. Why should they give a fuck? Man, the chat's so active that it's lagging for me, guys. Is it lagging? Is the stream lagging for you guys? Let me know. Because the stream is lagging a little bit my end, but it's not like anything like. I'm looking in the chat. All right, there's Sleeping Angels. Oh, yeah, we're all tight. We're all fucking tight tonight, people. You're right. Here's the funny thing about the chat. I see you guys unhappy about Brock. I'm happy about Ronda, right? So it is lagging. I don't know why. I have no idea why. My camera looks good on my end. I don't know. But I just restarted the thing, but I have no idea why it's lagging. Like, I apologize. I don't know. Can you guys hear me at least? Like, are you guys able to hear me like clearly? If you guys can hear me clearly, that's all that matters, because it's a podcast. You guys are just seeing the video, but as long as you guys can hear me clearly and if there's no delay in the audio, that's fine. But all right, so there's no delay in the audio. If there's no delay in the audio, that's fine. I'm not gonna worry about the camera. That's whatever. As long as you guys can hear me clearly. All right, thank you guys for saying you guys can, like, clearly, like, there's no delay. There's no delay, right? Somebody tell me that there's no delay in the audio. Guys, I need an answer here, man. You guys want me to continue with the review? I need you guys to let me know. All right, thank you. All right. Marcus, I know you want Marcus. The camera thing does not fucking matter. As long as this is a podcast. All right? This is a podcast. You guys don't need to see my face, really. As long as there's no delay in the audio, that's fine. Anyway, let's get back into it. I'm going to start by ranting about Sasha. Right? I'm going to start by that. Then we'll deal with all the other stuff. I'm not even going to talk about the Royal Rumble itself. I just want to talk about Sasha for a second. First of all, Anthony was right. Sasha's not a priority. It took me 5 years to admit it. It's taken me years. I know. He knows. Anthony knows this. I know this. You guys who listen to this podcast know this. Sasha Banks is the best female wrestler in the world. It's not even fucking close. It's not Britt Baker. It's not Asuka. It's not Bayley. It's not Charlotte. It's not Ronda. It's not Becky. It's none of them. It's none of them. Sasha Banks is the best wrestler in the world, and it's not fucking close. But she's never been treated as it. Every single time Sasha's been done dirty, I've always tried to have hope. I've always tried to be the one to look past it. Even if when I ranted, all right, I've always tried to have a little bit of hope. Tonight, I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. I sit here fucking tonight, my hope is gone. It is gone to after tonight. I am still going to be the biggest Sasha Banks fan, always. I will always sit here and root for her, but my hope is gone. WWE has finally showed me tonight, without a shadow of a doubt, that yes, they view Sasha as a player in that division, but they don't look at her on the same level as Charlotte and Becky and Roman and Brock. No matter how big of a megastar Sasha Banks is, no matter what she does in Hollywood, being on The Mandalorian, right? No matter when she's on The Mandalorian, no matter if she's in the college football national championship game, no matter what it is, right? No matter what she does, no matter how many times she proves herself, no matter how fucking long her match catalog is, the greatest match catalog of any female wrestler ever, and it's not even close. WWE will never prioritize her above a healthy Becky and a healthy Charlotte. They have showed you that tonight. Even if Sasha was not going to win, right? You could have Sasha be in the Final Four. You could have Sasha make it towards the end at least. You have her only out there for 10 minutes. Not even 10 minutes. She was out there for 9 minutes and 7 fucking seconds. 7 fucking seconds. You have her eliminated. Not even by anybody noteworthy. You didn't have her eliminated by Bianca Belair. You didn't have her eliminated by... You didn't have her eliminated by fucking, Liv Morgan. I would have been fine if you had her eliminated by Charlotte or Ronda, right? You have her eliminated by fucking Zelina Vega. And I like Zelina Vega, but WWE doesn't give a shit about Zelina. They never have. They eliminated her. They released her because she was complaining about video games. And then you have Zelina Vega in a Naruto outfit eliminate Sasha Banks. That's what fucking enrages me. It's not even the fact that Sasha got eliminated. It's the way they did it, right? They have Sasha come out as number 1, and they're making you think, oh, this is going to be 2018. Remember how great Sasha's performance was in the 2018 Rumble? She came out with the Wonder Woman gear. She was in there for nearly an hour. The great moments she had with Trish Stratus and all that. And all that, right? All that shit. And instead, they make you think Sasha could be the Iron Woman. Sasha, and here's the thing, Sasha was one of the odds-on favorites. It's not like, people thought, oh, Sasha, was just like the rest of the field. Who were the favorites going into this Rumble? It was Sasha. It was Bianca Belair. It was Liv Morgan, right? And it was Ronda Rousey. And then Asuka, I'll put Asuka there, and Bayley. But we had no idea if Asuka and Bayley were going to be there tonight, and they weren't there tonight, which is another fucking disappointment. If Sasha wasn't a favorite, that's another thing. But she was one of the favorites. You had her fucking return on SmackDown. She was supposed to be out till March. And then she comes back. She has John Cena superhuman healing, right? And she comes back last night, gets a huge pop. Everybody's going crazy. Everybody's talking about all day. You look at everybody's Royal Rumble predictions, right? Almost everybody had Sasha as one of the one of the favorites to win the Women's Royal Rumble match. And then you go out and do that shit. Legitimately, the second that Sasha was eliminated, the Rumble was dead. And that is not, no bias aside, that match was fucking dead. after she left. Nobody cared. Because who else in that field did they make you believe had a chance to win the Rumble? Hold on, we're going to take a pause for a second because we have a fucking idiot in the chat. I'm not being nice tonight. I'm not being nice. Naomi TKO, what the fuck are you saying? Naomi TKO, what? Am I smoking? Are you smoking? Sasha Banks is the best female wrestler in the world. I've been saying that for years. Yes, 4 horsewomen, whatever. But clearly, WWE does not look at her the same way they look at Charlotte and Becky. Does Sasha have the moments that Charlotte and Becky has? Does Sasha have the Royal Rumble victories? Does Sasha have the WrestleMania victories? Even though Sasha's match catalog outshines them on every single level. But clearly, Sasha is not viewed on the same way as Becky and Charlotte in that company. I know that Sasha's the best female wrestler of all time. Right? But clearly WWE doesn't look at it that way. What the fuck are they talking about? Oh, you're talking. Oh, I apologize, Naomi. Oh, you're talking about somebody in the chat. I apologize. All right. But man, oh man. My bad. I apologize. Ralph, you realize WWE's a scripted product, bud, right? If we had maybe a guy with real sense, like Triple H booking this show, right? Sasha would have won that Rumble. Like, it's insane to me how pitiful this company really is. Seriously. We talked all year, since Sasha lost to Bianca at WrestleMania. All year we talked about this. All right? We talked about it at SummerSlam. We talked about when she returned at Extreme Rules. We talked about it after the draft. We talked about it after Survivor Series. That was the plan. And then they fucking destroyed it. They fucking destroyed it. It makes zero sense to me. 0 cents to me. How the really, like, legit. So many people in that company know how great Sasha is, but they never book her like it. They never do. Sasha's just there, really, to look great when Becky and Charlotte are not there. When Becky's too busy being pregnant and Charlotte's too busy getting her next boob job. That's it. Seriously. Think about it like this, right? If they do Ronda versus Charlotte like they teased tonight, what the fuck does Sasha do for Mania? Honestly. Because every time Sasha's about to get a big moment, right? No, you guys all bitch and moan. Everyone on social media like Sasha doesn't deserve it. But Sasha continues to put people over and she never gets rewarded for it. Never. But yes, Charlotte gets rewarded and Becky gets rewarded. And who the fuck do they put over? Think about it like this for a second, guys. Seriously, if Ronda goes on to face Becky like they should do, if we're being honest with ourselves, Ronda should choose Becky. That's what they should do. If Ronda chooses Becky for WrestleMania, Bianca never. What does Bianca do? Bianca never gets her moment. Nobody. Bianca, right? Becky came back because what? She wanted to put Bianca over. When has Bianca been put over since Becky came back? Becky came back and buried Bianca Belair. All right. Oh, and what if Ronda chooses Charlotte, right? Oh, maybe Bianca does get her moment, maybe. But what does that do for Sasha? Sasha versus Charlotte, we've been talking about for the last 5 months. You do Ronda versus Charlotte. What does Sasha do at WrestleMania? The best female wrestler in the world. This was supposed to be Sasha's year. Win the Royal Rumble, get her versus WrestleMania victory. Yep. And JD is right. Bianca beat Sasha for nothing. We can say that now. I don't want to hear it. I bitched and moaned all of winter last year. Saying Sasha should beat Bianca at WrestleMania and have Bianca beat Sasha at SummerSlam. That's what you should do. Oh no, but Bianca's not going to be over, right? Bianca's not going to be over if they don't have Sasha if they have Sasha beat her, right? Right? It's not. But people forget that Sasha being the best female wrestler in the world. She elevates everybody she's in the ring with. Something Becky and Charlotte never fucking do. Never do. Right? Here we are. We can say without a shadow of a doubt. I don't want to hear it no more, folks. I don't. Without a shadow of a doubt that Bianca beating Sasha at WrestleMania last year was the wrong call. Because in the grand scheme of things, it did nothing for Bianca Belair. It did nothing for Bianca Belair. I don't care anymore. All right? I was right. You guys were fucking wrong. I was right. All those people saying, oh no, Bianca has to win, nigga. Look at us. Here we are, 1 year later. Who was fucking right? I was. Don't act like you know this shit better than I do. That's why you fucking listen to me. So sit there in your fucking seats and shut the fuck up. There's a reason why there's nobody in this fucking community that can do this like I do. Nobody. Not JD. Not BC. Because nobody else tells you the fucking truth. While they sit there, right, and they fucking do their thing for money and their damn super chats, I sit here and I tell you the truth when I have 1,000 things I could be doing instead. You guys are fucking idiots. So next time you guys want to sit in my fucking chat room and tell me that I'm wrong and I don't know shit, take a fucking hard look in the mirror. You guys don't know shit. So sit there and listen to the only guy with logic. I'm done being nice. I'm done. I've sat here on this podcast for fucking years. And told you guys the truth. And I've been nice over it. I've always just, let you guys go over your other things. I've always let you guys say whatever you want in the comment section. Say you guys went in the chat. Fuck, man. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. Fucking on my camera. Who the fuck's telling me to calm down in the chat? Well, I don't know. I don't know what your name is. I don't want to pronounce it and say something that I don't really mean. But fucking hell. Whoever you are in the chat with the S around your name, right? Don't tell me to calm down. This has been years of this shit. And I really am tired of being right. I'm tired of being right. You act like I want to sit here and bitch and moan behind this microphone. I want to sit here and talk wrestling and not have to lose my voice and go drink fucking tea right after the review. I'm seriously, man. I'm tired. I'm tired of it. Because really, this company has so much fucking talent. It should not be that hard. Why does somebody who doesn't get paid by WWE have to sit here and book this company better than the people who get paid thousands of dollars to do it? I apologize, man. I got to keep fixing my camera, but fuck! I apologize. I have to keep fixing the camera, man, but it's really just insane to me. It's just insane to me. I was right about Bianca for the last year. And you guys didn't think, oh yeah, you're just hating on Bianca. I'm a Bianca fan. I told you guys what they should have done from the start. Sasha should have won at WrestleMania. They should have kept building Bianca up through the summer. And Bianca should have won at SummerSlam. And Bianca should have held that title all the way to WrestleMania this year. That's what should have happened. And then if you wanted to do something where, I don't know, maybe you build up Becky or you bring up Ronda to take that title off of Bianca, fine. But look at where we are. Look at where we are. 1 year later, and the same people that are always on top are on top. Bianca, right now, she doesn't look that good going to WrestleMania. And we don't even know about Sasha. Like, this fucking hurts. It hurts. Because legit, it hurts to be a Sasha Banks fan. It hurts to be right all the fucking time. And just to sit back and then just really just let other people talk shit. It really does. Because like I said, I'm a nice guy. I'm one of the, if you guys would meet me in person, I'm the nicest guy in the world. And I'm not trying to be egotistical. That's just the way I am. I don't like having problems with people. I believe in peace. But man, oh man, it gets fucking frustrating. It gets fucking frustrating sitting here every single year, week by week, and letting you dumbasses who don't know anything about wrestling act like you do know anything. You guys really don't know anything. You don't. I used to have a co-host sit here with me and do this every week. And then now I'm here by myself. I've said it for days. The day that Sasha Banks retires or the day Sasha Banks retires from professional wrestling is the day that I'm done watching WWE. It's that simple. Because unless Triple H takes over the company, right, by the time Sasha Banks retires, I'm done. I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. You're right. You're right. That WrestleMania sign melting was a poetic way to symbolize this company. I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to fucking think. I don't. You're the best female wrestler in the world and you treat her like shit. It's really that simple. It's that simple. What else do you want me to say? What else is there to say, man? The same people all the fucking time. And here's the thing. Let me say this quick note about Ronda Rousey. Because here's the thing. Notice how, and I'm looking in the chat. You know, I'm looking in the chat. I don't hate Ronda Rousey. I don't. I don't even blame. This is not Ronda Rousey's fault. This is not Ronda Rousey's fault. Hear me out, guys. Is it Ronda Rousey's fault that she was a UFC megastar, WWE super fan, and then she signed to WWE? No, it's not Ronda Rousey's fault at all. Ronda Rousey, she was amazing in UFC. Ronda Rousey had one of the best one-year runs in WWE history, arguably the best. Ronda was there every single week. She wrestled, she cut good promos, and she was good in the ring. It's not Ronda Rousey's fault. This is Becky's fault. This is Charlotte's fault. Anthony was right. Right? This is not Ronda Rousey's fault. I'm not mad that Ronda Rousey is back. I want Ronda versus Becky at Mania. I want Sasha versus Charlotte. But this company has its priorities backwards. This is not about Ronda Rousey. This is about Charlotte and Becky. And WWE always putting them down our fucking throats. Look at it, guys. Charlotte Flair, the SmackDown Women's Champion, in the Royal Rumble. Every year that she's been in the Rumble, she's been in the Final Four. Every year. She's either won it or she's been one of the last people eliminated. Every year. Same thing with Roman. Every year that Roman was in the Rumble before he became Universal Champion, Roman's always been one of the last eliminated. It's the same horseshit every fucking year. Every year. Seriously, man. Charlotte is a champion. and she was in the final 2 of the Royal Rumble. Does that make sense to you guys? Does that make sense for you guys? What the fuck did Julian say? Really? You guys want to take care of Julian in the chat? I don't want to take care of him. I don't want to have to take care of this fucking scrub. What the fuck are you saying? She got what she deserved. What did she deserve? She deserved to be treated like the best female wrestler in the fucking world. That's what she does. She deserves to be treated like shit. So you're fine with Charlotte Flair being shoved down our fucking throats again. Yeah, because you make fucking sense. Because you know what you're saying. I'm done playing these games with some of you idiots. I'm done. Bro, why the fuck we have so many idiots in the chat tonight? You know what? Look, you know what? Look, I'm not gonna I'll let you guys handle the chat because at the end of the day, everyone has their opinions, right? And some of you guys, I'll just say this, some of your opinions are fucking ass. Like Julian, your opinion is ass. I think that's what I'm just gonna do. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Julian, you're ass. I mean, or your opinion's ass. I don't know you as a person. I apologize. I don't want to insult you as a person, but your wrestling opinion is ass. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and I'm not gonna sit here and then you argue with you about that. You know, you're whatever. Right? Who was that other guy? Red Pug with your stupid South Park, whatever it's called. Your South Park, what's it called? Profile pic. It's ass. Your opinion's ass. You know? I don't know you as a person, but whatever. Whatever. Red Pug, if you don't like it, leave my chat. Why are you here? Why are you here? I'm not gonna insult people because it's not the right thing to do. But Red Pug, if you don't like what you hear, just leave. Leave. I'm gonna ask you kindly just to leave. I'm not gonna make you leave. I'm not gonna block you. Bro, but just leave if you don't like it. I don't know why you're here. Why are you listening to me then? Go. I'll let the chat handle you guys. All right. Anyway, what was I saying? I was talking about Ronda Rousey. Yeah, like I said, Ronda's not the problem. Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch are the problem. Right? Always being shoved down our throats every single year. And it's just really pitiful to me. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Here's another thing, guys, about Brock winning the Royal Rumble, right? Yes, 2 part-timers won the fucking Rumble. How great is that? 2 part-timers won the Royal Rumble. And I like Ronda Rousey. Brock Lesnar's been great as a babyface. But 2 part-timers won the Royal Rumble again. That's great. Because, here's one thing I'll say. I don't expect Ronda Rousey to be full-time. I don't expect Ronda Rousey to be full-time again like she was a couple of years back. She was full-time that 1 year she was in WWE. I don't think Ronda's going to be full-time this time around. Could be wrong, but I expect Ronda to be more part-time if anything. The other thing, Brock. Oh, Mr. Zone, that's not a hot take, my brother. You are 100% correct. Mr. Zone says, hey, Fitz, hot take, I'm tired of Roman being champion. You are not wrong. That's not a hot take. I think there's a lot of people that would agree with you on that. Roman's great, right? I like Roman as a heel, but I am tired of him as well. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it as well. Because the people that Roman has beaten, what have they done? He has done nothing to get anybody over as champion. The only person he puts over is himself. And I'm sick of it because the main roster is suffering. The main roster is suffering to the point where Seth Rollins has to go from Raw to SmackDown. Right? You buried Big E, right? All the work you put in the Big E, you buried him, right? Big E's now back in tag team matches. You guys didn't realize that? Big E got traded to SmackDown without anybody saying anything. And now Big E's back in tag team matches like it's 2016. So yeah, so much for Big E as a singles run, right? That lasted all but less than a year. And now Big E's back to being in a tag team. Hey man, Anthony, I love that idea. But we know WWE, right? They already have the poster and the graphic for Roman and Brock already. It's already done. So there's no point. There's no point. Haha, I like that one. Keith says Roman versus Lesnar is like missionary position all over again at G Lauren 33. That is fucking hilarious. Good shit. Good shit, bro. Here's another thing about Brock Lesnar winning the Rumble. Lesnar wins the Royal Rumble in the same way he won Money in the Bank. Same way he won Money in the Bank, guys. Right? He comes out at number 30. He destroys everybody. And he wins the Rumble. Because, yeah, that's what we fucking do with Brock Lesnar. Because then Brock Lesnar is that guy. Look, guys. Here's my thing on Sasha Banks. And, I'll leave it at this. Because we're almost an hour in and we really need to go through the show. Right? I have not given... Sasha Banks will always have my support, right? But, look, if Sasha left WWE tomorrow, Anthony told me this years ago, and he's 100% correct. And Mr. Zone, Mr. Zone, Roman's winning at Mania. I hope you understand that. Get ready. It's already penciled in the script. But... Look, if Sasha left WWE tomorrow, I wouldn't blame her at all. Honestly.
You should look at The Rock versus John Cena.
Who's that? Who's that? Oh, somebody in my Discord server texted me. I was like, what the fuck? Sorry about that, guys. But if Sasha left WWE tomorrow, I wouldn't blame her. I believe Sasha's contract's up in 2023, but I don't know if that's true. If that is true, she should leave and go to AEW. It's that simple. It's that simple. Sasha should leave and go to AEW. I'm on that wave now. After tonight, I will root for Sasha always in WWE, but WWE has shown you, and once and for all, that Sasha's not the priority. All year, we were hyped for Sasha to win the Rumble. We've been waiting for this month, for this day as Sasha fans for so long. And then she shows back up last night on SmackDown. Shocks the world because none of us were expecting it, right? We thought, maybe there would be a chance Sasha shows up at number 30. She gets the John Cena treatment, right? But they actually have Sasha show up on SmackDown. Surprise. The ratings go up, right? Ronda didn't do that. Sasha did that. Charlotte didn't do that. Sasha did that. Roman didn't do that. Sasha did that. Sasha raises the SmackDown ratings up. People are shocked. People are now excited. And then she comes back, and then she shows up tonight in that beautiful Sailor Moon outfit, looking incredible, and that's the way she's treated. That doesn't even get 10 minutes in the match. Absolutely pitiful. Sad. It's sad. Look, if Ronda chooses what's her name? If Ronda chooses Becky, right? We have the Elimination Chamber in Saudi Arabia in 3 weeks. That would make the most sense for how Sasha would face Charlotte. But Ronda has to choose Becky. We know that Ronda's going to be on Raw Monday night, right? But the way I think it is, Ronda's probably gonna drag this out for a couple weeks. You know, so we may not even get an answer before Elimination Chamber or after. We have no idea. You know, but in theory, whatever happens, right? Whatever happens, the one of the chamber matches will determine, the other big women's championship match at WrestleMania. So whoever Ronda chooses, the only hope we can have is Ronda chooses Becky, Sasha wins the chamber. I don't know, like, what else. I don't know what else to say. That's the only way this can happen now. Let's pray it happens, but I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you. But and yes, Sasha being eliminated was like Daniel Bryan in 2015. That's like that's 100% facts. Like it felt like Daniel Bryan in 2015 tonight. Crowd was dead after that. But I'm not gonna say that's what's gonna happen. We'll see. But that's really the only hope. I'm supporting Sasha for as long as she's in WWE. But really, my excitement is kind of out the window now. For real. It's more depressing, if anything. I will always support Sasha in everything she does, in WWE and outside of WWE. But my hope of WWE treating her like a main event star is almost 100% gone. The Elimination Chamber may be the last resort at this point. And it's sad because it should have never got to this point. But there's nothing else we can fucking do. There's nothing else we can do. And it sucks. But yeah. Yeah, so let's get into this shit show of a show. We're already an hour into the podcast. I'm going to be honest. That was probably the fastest hour ever as a podcast. I don't think we've ever done an hour has gone by that fast. I feel like I've only been talking for 30 minutes, but you guys know me. First off, let me read Bleach Report's analysis. I want to see what they said about this shit. They gave Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. They gave Seth and Roman an A. I gave it a B+ because how much they fucked up the ending. WWE, they gave the Royal Rumble, the Women's Royal Rumble, a B-. I give it a D. Ronda Rousey was the only, I guess, exciting part of this match, even though it was so fucking predictable after she showed up. But I'm giving this a D. Giving this a D. This had a chance of being A+ Royal Rumble, and they fucked it up. They're getting a D from me. I should give them an F, but I'll give them a D just because the pop that Ronda got. Funny how their analysis has yeah. This analysis doesn't even have anything about Sasha Banks in here. Becky versus Doudrop got a C+. Becky and Doudrop gets a D from me as well. Because the match wasn't bad, but I don't care about it. The crowd doesn't care about it. Becky sucks. Simple as that. Brock versus Bobby Lashley. I'll give it a B+. Because look, it was hard for me to care, but I'll give it a B+. The Miz and Maurice, I'll give this a C+, just like Beast Report gave it, because the match was actually, it wasn't even that bad. It wasn't that bad. The match should not even been on the show, but still, it wasn't a terrible match. It just didn't belong on the show. The men's Royal Rumble, they gave it, what did they give it? They gave it a C-. I give it a D as well. I give it a D. Both Royal Rumbles, honestly, no, what the fuck am I saying? I give it an F. I'm not giving it a D. I give the Women's Royal Rumble match a D, and I give the Men's Royal Rumble match an F. This was pitiful. But I'm reading their fuck Bleacher Report. Bleacher Report has terrible analysis, man. They try to be like fucking. They don't fucking. When WWE does shit wrong, they always try to be all hopeful and optimistic. This no right, and I could end this review right there, right here, right now. Honestly, I could just by grading these matches, but I'm not going to. I always do. I always go in depth, but still, man. Huh. It's fucking frustrating, man. Both Royal Rumble matches sucked. So much ass. And man, oh man, are you guys going ham in the chat tonight? Bro, I'm seeing your messages in the chat, but the chat is so fast that I'm not looking at it. Anyway, let's Hey JDE. Yes, you're right. Right? Daniel Bryan tour ending. You think, if I'm WWE fans, this is what I would do, man. Rally around Sasha. Give me the We Want Sasha chance. Right? Remember when it was supposed to be Edge versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, but the crowd wanted Daniel Bryan so badly they had no choice but to put him in there? WWE Universe, if you're listening to me, someone clip this part of the podcast, put it on social media. I know you guys are gonna put my rant. I know my rant's gonna be all over social media later, right? Fine, whatever. But also put this clip. WWE Universe, if you guys are listening to me, Sasha Banks fans, right? This is if you want Sasha to get her big WrestleMania moment, right? The WrestleMania moment she deserves. You guys are gonna have to pull a Daniel Bryan. You guys are gonna have to do what you guys did in 2014 for WrestleMania 34, or not WrestleMania 34, WrestleMania 30, and you guys, and let me start that over. I fucked up. All right, because I want someone to clip this part of the podcast. You guys can clip my rant, but clip this part of the podcast too, right now. WWE Universe, you guys want Sasha to get her big moment at WrestleMania? This might be our only chance to do it. You guys got to rally around Sasha Banks the same way we did for Daniel Bryan back at WrestleMania 30, back in 2014. Right? Remember the Yes Movement, how big it was? You got to do that now for Sasha. You want Sasha to get her big moment at WWE WrestleMania this year? It could still happen. Sasha could go on to win the Elimination Chamber and go on to WrestleMania. But right now, I don't have any faith in WWE to do that. The only way that Sasha can truly get what she deserves, and the best way we can make that happen, is by making Sasha trend on social media. When you go to Raw and SmackDown, do the We Want Sasha chants. When Sasha comes out, make those pops so loud that WWE has no fucking choice but to listen. That's your best chance. We Want Sasha. I want to see trending on social media. I want to see it being screamed at house shows. I want to see it being screamed at live shows as well. Raw, SmackDown, let people know. And maybe, just maybe, WWE might fucking listen. They might not. But this is your best chance to actually have a chance. Maybe Ronda chooses Becky. Maybe she chooses Becky. And we still get Sasha versus Charlotte. But I don't trust WWE. If anything, if there's anything we can take from tonight's Royal Rumble, is that WWE cannot be trusted. So, take matters into our own hands. Let's try to make the Sasha WrestleMania moment happen for ourselves. Let's have Sasha trend on Twitter. Let's have her name screamed at arenas. We want Sasha. The same way we did for Daniel Bryan, let's make it happen for Sasha. If it ends up being Ronda versus Charlotte, let's force them to make it a triple threat. Let's force WWE to have no other choice to have Sasha in that SmackDown Women's Championship match and win. Honestly. All right. That would be my call to action for you guys tonight. It's up to you guys. And don't just do it on social media. I want to see it at WWE shows as well. I want to hear it so loud that there's no choice. No choice. Oh, man. Bro, my voice fucking hurts. Honestly, part of it, I'm not gonna lie. There's a small part of me that kind of wants to end the review, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to. Right. But anyway, let's get back. Let's get into the show today. So Roman and Seth started the show, and like the match card for the show was fucked all over the place. But Roman and Seth opened up the show for the Universal Championship. And look, I was excited for this match, but it was so obvious going into it that that Roman was gonna win because Roman's matches are the most predictable thing in the world, right? Yes, there was a great, I guess, I saw a lot of people talk about how great Roman and Seth were on how great Roman and Seth were on SmackDown, right? They had a great segment, Seth with the Joker outfit. But honestly, the segment made no sense to me. It made no sense to me because it was almost like they were trying to make you think that Roman was the babyface. I was like, they're not turning Roman babyface. And they made it clear tonight that Roman's still a heel. He's more of a heel than ever. But they had Roman have Seth making fun of Roman's bloodline, how none of it mattered. And I was like, wait a minute. Are we forgetting that Roman's a heel and that he's the champion here? Seth's supposed to be doing this because Roman's the dominant heel champion and Seth's trying to end him. Seth's trying to end his long title reign. So why are they trying to make Roman, look like the babyface here? It made no sense to me. So I was like, that segment on SmackDown was like legit retarded. I'm like, I don't care how good the promos were. This segment and what they said made no sense. You also had Roman actually saying some dumb crap like, oh, I hate you, Seth. I tried to forgive you, but I hate you. Really? Really? Here's something that doesn't make any fucking sense. The Shield reunited not once, not twice, but 3 times after the initial breakup when Seth first turned heel in 2014. 3 times. They reunited in 2017. They reunited again in 2018. Remember when Braun Strowman won Money in the Bank? And they reunited again right before Dean Ambrose left WWE to go to AEW and become Jon Moxley again. So it made 0 sense for Roman to be out there saying, oh, I hate you. I tried forgiving you, but I just can't. Even though you did forgive him multiple times. The Shield would have never reunited if you didn't. So I'm sitting there like, what the fuck are they saying? You're making absolute 0 sense here. I was like, it's like they're acting freaking dumb. Dumb. So that was on my mind going into this match. And then getting to the match itself. Yes, the show started off on fire because that moment of having Seth come out in the Shield vest was incredible. It was incredible, right? The second you saw Roman come out first, you were like, Seth's not coming out. What if, they have Seth come out in the Shield thing? That's what I was thinking. That's what someone in my Discord server was thinking as well. And they actually did it. They did it. I was legitimately shocked. They had the whole Shield, the Vimo Delta, all that stuff. And it was so great. Seth coming through the crowd in the Shield vest. It was an incredible moment. And I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh. If they're starting the show this fucking fire, right? Maybe this has the chance to be an amazing Royal Rumble. When I saw that, I got so pumped because I was like, oh man, look at that crowd. Like the entrance ramp, everything looked fucking fantastic. And then instead, they went downhill from there. Seth comes out in the Shield vest. Roman's like traumatized. And I'm like, okay, this is fucking awesome. And you know what? And then the match begins. And this felt so much different than your typical your Roman Reigns title match. Because we know a lot of Roman's matches start off slow, right? Roman's talking shit. And then, the match picks up And as it goes on, and at near the end, they do all the big spots and everything, the Superman punches, the spears. And I thought that was gonna be another match here. No, this match started off really, really good. I loved it. So Seth was actually in control here. They almost made it think like, oh, could Seth squash Roman, right? Because Roman's so traumatized by seeing the mind games that Seth is playing with the Shield callbacks and everything. So, uh, so he did a bunch of suicide dives, but Roman caught him with an uppercut kick, right? Seth did an amazing power bomb through the table. People forget how strong Seth is. I don't know if it's that cardio or that CrossFit he's been doing, but Seth is insanely strong. Seth did a almost a buckle bomb, but it was a power bomb. Basically, another callback to the Shield, right? Because remember when Ambrose, Reigns, and Rollins, it was their thing, the triple power bomb. So he did a power bomb, and this was a callback to the Shield, which was amazing. Huge callback. So Rollins continued to take advantage. He hit a buckle bomb. Then he hit the frogs, a beautiful looking frog splash. He then also hit a stomp, which legitimately, that near fall absolutely my heart for a second. It was legit 2 and almost 0.9 quarters. It was really, really fucking close. Really close. So then after that, so now I really thought Seth had a chance to win this match. I was like, oh my gosh, Seth is dominating here, right? But then Reigns came over and came back and did his normal stuff. Then he hit a Superman punch for a close 2 count, right? Reigns for a spear, but Rollins countered it beautifully into a pedigree for a near fall, the same way he beat Roman in 2016 for the title at, what was it, Money in the Bank, at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. So another huge callback there. That was great. Roman went for a spear, but instead of getting the cover, Rollins, acting like the Joker Singh there, laughing at Roman. That was great. And then, Seth goes for the Shield fist bump to troll Roman even more. But then, this just pissed Roman off. Roman grabbed the Rollins and put him in the guillotine, right? Rollins did get to the rope, but this is where things got fucked. Instead of breaking the hold, Roman refused to, and the ref had no choice but to go for the DQ finish, and that was that. Afterwards, Roby grabs a chair, and then it was obvious they were doing another callback to the Shield as Reigns hit Seth in the back at the same angle Seth did it originally back in 2014, and he beat Seth with a chair as the crowd booed him, right? So clearly, this felt more like an ultra heel turn for Roman. This was more to establish that Roman's still a heel. I don't think it turned Seth into a babyface. I don't think that. I think this was more Roman being a heel than ever, and WWE wanted to make it clear that Roman was still the most dominant heel in the company. And, like I said, you got to remember this was heel versus heel. And it does set up for a potential rematch, right? You have elimination in 3 weeks in Saudi Arabia. WWE could easily do Seth or Roman again at the Elimination Chamber, especially if they're going to be doing Brock and Roman at Mania, right? And of course, that Brock's part-time. He's not going to be there every single week. You can have Rollins and Seth be a filler and continue going to Elimination Chamber. So I guess that's what's going to happen. I still don't like the fuck finish because I honestly would have just rather had maybe Roman cheat or have some kind of screwy finish like Roman wins, but Seth still has his foot on the bottom rope. I would have done something like that. If you wanted to do a protective finish, I would have probably had Roman win with the spear, but have like Seth's foot on the bottom rope or on the middle rope, and the ref doesn't see it, right? So then Roman stays champion, but it gives you reason to do a rematch at the Elimination Chamber. I think the fuck finish was terrible. The crowd clearly didn't like the fuck finish, and you know, I completely agree with them. Yeah, I this was a bad way to start the Rumble after all the callbacks and the cool Easter eggs and how great the match was. To have that be a lame DQ finish like that, I didn't like that at all. WWE probably doesn't really care at the end of the day because I guess the crowd absolutely booing Roman Reigns at the end of it, that's gonna make them happy. But personally, they could have done better there. They could have done better there. But really, this was symbolic. That fuck finish was symbolic because it kind of symbolized the show. This fucking idiotic decisions being made left and right. So Roman and Seth was great, but the finish was bad. This is probably gonna go into the Elimination Chamber because they don't have anybody else Roman the face. I guess maybe Drew McIntyre because Drew made his return tonight, but still, let's be serious here. I don't think they're gonna do Roman and Drew until after Mania at this point. I think we're not gonna see Roman and Drew until after Mania, but you never know. But still, that was that. So great match, terrible finish to start the show. Now we get into the Royal Rumble match for the women. God, I'm gonna be honest with you. My voice is starting to get scratchy. It's probably because I yelled my ass off earlier, and that's my fault. But you guys know it's a big podcast when Fitz gets the itchy voice, right? But I'm not gonna feel so good tomorrow. I know that for sure. Man, the chat is active tonight. Thank you guys for being here, man. Let's get so into the Women's Royal Rumble we go. Yeah, so into the Women's Royal Rumble match we go. So usually the way they have it is usually Bleacher Report does like a little cool play by play, so you could see all the entries in the eliminations, but they didn't do that this year. Probably because of what happened in this match. But I'll just go by the. I'm gonna go by the entry, so this shouldn't take us too long. But so let's get into it. So we had Sasha Banks, she came out as number one. She had an amazing Sailor Moon costume, right? You guys didn't know Sasha's favorite anime is Sailor Moon. So this has actually been a attire I've been wanting to see Sasha bring out for a long time. And I was happy, I'm very excited to see her finally bring it out tonight at Mania. I mean at the Rumble. And credit to the Mikaze, man. You guys know the guy's a genius. Sasha's very, very lucky to have him as a husband, making these awesome ring attires. It just sucks that this attire is not going to be connected to a sad moment, right? Because I don't expect to see Sasha wear that attire again after tonight, and it just sucks because Sasha's too good to waste a great attire like that. I'm still waiting for my Koska Reeves attire. If we get Sasha versus Charlotte at Mania, which I hope that's the plan, I don't know. I would love to see Sasha bring out the Koska Reeves Mandalorian attire for Mania, but we'll have to wait and see. I want to check ringside news real quick. As you know, let's see. Does ringside news have anything to report for me? I'm looking at Twitter right now, man. So I'm looking at Brian Alvarez reports that the final segment, the final men's Royal Rumble match, right, was rushed due to time, which makes sense because that the men's Royal Rumble did feel a little bit short, but it wasn't good anyway. So who gives a fuck? The men's Royal Rumble was ass. It was worse than the women's Royal Rumble. So I don't care. But yeah, I definitely could tell that that it was rushed there because it was almost midnight. That's what they get. I don't know why they started the show at 8:00. I don't know why they should just go back to the 7:00 start time. Ever since they went on fucking Peacock, they've been doing these 8:00 start times, and I hate it. I hate it. I want my pay-per-views to end around 10:00. 7:00, right? Start the show at 7 p.m., end it at 10, 10:30, 11 o'clock max. Fucking, you have a fucking pay-per-view ending at midnight. Don't give a shit about that. But WrestleVotes also reports Lesnar had to be the winner here. I'm told they legitimately have no idea what the WWE title match at Mania is going to be at this point. Avoid the pigeonhole. It's probably going to be, if I'm being honest, Big E's on SmackDown now. So I'm willing to bet they're going to have Seth lose the reigns at the Elimination Chamber. And then they'll have Rollins, challenge Lashley at Mania. We'll just have Rollins keep flopping. Right, keeps going for each title. We'll have him go for the WWE Championship at day one. Then we'll have Seth challenge for the Universal title at the Rumble. We'll have him challenge for the Universal title again at Elimination Chamber, and then we'll have Seth lose one more time to Lashley at WrestleMania. That's what we're gonna do. I think it's probably gonna be Lashley and Rollins at Mania. There's no other heels. Who else do they have on Raw as a heel? Unless you turn Edge or AJ Styles into a heel, there's nobody else but Rollins. It's not going to be KO. So that's my thoughts on that. We'll see. Does Brian Alvarez have anything to report? Notice how I'm trying to avoid talking about the Women's Royal Rumble. Fans angry at Brock Lesnar winning the Royal Rumble match. Right. Who cares? Like, we all knew that Brock was gonna rumble. Let's not be surprised. You guys are surprised? I'm not surprised. So why waste time? That's facts. JD said Bad Bunny and Johnny Knoxville were the two most over performers in the Royal Rumble. For anyone denying their problems, wake up. JD's 100% correct on that one. Good moment.
Look at this! Joker! Reigns cannot believe it. Seth Rollins marching through the crowd the same way the Hounds of Justice, the Shield, did for so many years. Pat once again. The cerebral Seth Rollins pushing Roman Reigns' buttons. getting in his head.
Has this rattled Roman? You can't help but ask yourself. We haven't seen Roman have this type of look, this type of confusion in 500-some days. And as soon as we heard that music pop right there, the Shield, you can't help but have a little nostalgia. You can't help but think back to the glory days when Mox, Seth, and Roman would go time to time, beating everybody's ass. And that man right there, Seth freaking Rollins, decided to tear it apart.
Seth Rollins says he knows Roman Reigns so well. He knows how to prey on the insecurities of the Universal Champion. He knew there was one thing that Roman Reigns could never get over. And that is that Seth Rollins chose to... Seth Rollins knew there was one thing that Roman Reigns could never get over. And that is that Seth Rollins chose to end.
There you go. Just felt the need to listen to that because that was one of the only good things on this fucking shit show tonight. Yes, Geekdom, I know, bro. I get yo, Danny, I fucking know. I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at this shit show of a company. Fucking hell, what's Sasha gonna do at Mania, guys? Right? If it's Charlotte versus Ronda, what the fuck is Sasha gonna do? How hard would it be just to do Charlotte versus Sasha and Becky versus Ronda? I don't know. Fucking hell, man. Oh, this sucks. Okay, let's get into the Women's Royal Rumble match. Like I said, Sasha comes out at number 1. Beautiful as ever, just to get fucking screwed. They had fucking Melina show up as number 2, right? Melina, they gave her entrance and everything. She got a decent pop. And Melina, I don't know if she was just not in shape for the Rumble at all. If she just wanted to be there for the appearance, that it. She did not look in shape, and she got eliminated in about 30 seconds. I was shocked by this. I was shocked that Melina was only in there. I thought she would have been there for at least a couple more minutes, but she got eliminated like it was absolutely nothing. Danny, honestly, at the end of the day, Sasha is the best female wrestler in the world, bro. And I don't know. It's just hard. It's hard just to be a fan of this company when they're so fucking sucking head. Really. I would, if anything, I would love to know why WWE thinks Ronda versus Charlotte is a bigger and better match than Ronda versus Becky. We've seen Ronda versus Charlotte already. We just saw it at a Survivor Series. We've never seen Ronda versus Becky one-on-one. That's actually a fresh match. We've seen Ronda and Charlotte. Why the fuck would we care about that match? You know? Instead, the best female wrestler in the world is going to get done dirty again. Honestly, it's hard for me to care. It's hard for me to care, man. I fucking hate it. I hate it. I hate it here. I really do. It's depressing. It's depressing. Fucking hated it, man. I wanted Ronda Rousey to come back, but not for this dumbass shit. Yeah, oh yeah, let's save Ronda and Becky for Hollywood, right? So what's this, right? We bring back part-timer Ronda now, right? Bring back Ronda as a part-timer now. Have her beat, or have her, if she part-time, is she going to beat Charlotte? Probably not, right? Because Charlotte's full-time. She's always there. Ronda's part-time. So what? You have Charlotte beat Ronda at WrestleMania. And then what? We'll do this all again next year, right? We'll come back next year. We'll have Ronda in the Royal Rumble again. And then we'll do Ronda and Becky at Hollywood. Because that's all WWE knows what to do, right? We'll do it all again. We'll keep Becky Lynch as Raw Women's Champion for another fucking year, just so we can do this shit all over again. Because that's what WWE does. Right? That's what WWE does. Fucking shit. So, back to this match. Like I said, Melina didn't look in shape at all. So, Tamina comes out at number 3. Tamina was dumb as hell in this match because all Tamina kept doing is stopping eliminations at everything. No matter if it was Sasha trying to eliminate Aaliyah or somebody like that, Tamina would get in the way. Instead of helping said individual eliminate, right? All she would do is keep interrupting the eliminations, breaking them up, look like a dumbass. I'm kind of glad I wasn't the only person that knows that on the match on social media. You had Aaliyah come out, you had Kelly come out as number 4. She's in this thing every single year. She didn't do anything. And like I said, here's an example. You had Kelly and Michelle McCool, right? You had freaking Mickey James and Summer Rae, even Sarah Logan. You had all these names, Lita, all these legends and former superstars come back. They didn't even think to bring anybody from NXT. You didn't bring an Io Shirai. You didn't bring a Dakota Kai. You didn't bring a Raquel Gonzalez. You didn't think to bring in a Cameron Jade. You didn't bring back Asuka or Bailey, anything like that. No. Let's just go to let's just go pay our part-timers and our legends to come back to fill in these spots. Let's do nothing else special, right? Because we're WWE. That's what we fucking do. That's all we fucking do. That's all we're fucking good for. So, excuse me. You had Aaliyah come out as number 5. Sasha was rolling early. She was actually looking fucking great. And that to me got me excited. Thinking, okay, Sasha, she might be the Iron Woman of this thing. Sasha, it looked like she had to miss a step. It looked like that heel injury that took her out of the house show. It seemed like that was not going to be any hindrance at all going into this. But, of course that didn't happen. So Liv Morgan came out at number 6, right? With somebody I was pulling for. You guys know how much I love Liv Morgan. Zelina Vega came out at number 7, and this is what just got bad. Zelina Vega was the one to eliminate Sasha. I really who made the decision that Sasha needed to be eliminated by Zelina Vega? Who made that dumbass decision? So one of the odds-on favorite, right outside of Ronda Rousey, odds-on favorite to win gets eliminated by Zelina Vega. Not even 10 minutes into the match. Not even 10 minutes into the match, they have Zelina Vega eliminate Sasha. Like I said, it's not even that Sasha made it. If Sasha makes it towards the end and loses, that's whatever. I can live with that. But no, Sasha doesn't even make it halfway into the match. Doesn't even make it a quarter into the match, really. She was only out there for 9 minutes. 9 minutes. And she gets eliminated by Zelina Vega of all people. Dumbass shit, if you ask me. So bad. You have Bianca Belair, another favorite, come in. Danny says Fox wants Charlotte for SmackDown. That is why they're doing that. I'm confused. I'm confused. Danny, I'm confused. What does that mean? Charlotte's already on SmackDown. I don't get that. Are you talking about Ronda? Wait, what do you mean? Charlotte was drafted to SmackDown, so that doesn't make any sense to me. Who the fuck cares if Ronda's on SmackDown? I don't care what Fox wants. Why not doing this the correct thing creatively? You're getting Brock, right? Brock, like, what the hell? Brock's gonna be on Fox since he's gonna be feuding with Roman going to Mania. So what? They want Ronda too? What about Monday Night Raw? They don't even know what their WWE Championship match is gonna be. Right? I just read the tweet. WWE has no idea what the WWE Championship match is gonna be, and you have no idea who Becky's gonna face. So what the fuck are we talking about? What the fuck are we honestly talking about? Oh, they want they want, you know, Charlotte for SmackDown. She's already on SmackDown. She's a SmackDown Women's Champion. They want Ronda for SmackDown? So SmackDown wants Ronda and Brock? Fucking horseshit! And the thing is, I like Ronda. I love Ronda. Just have her face Becky. Just have her face Becky. It's not that fucking hard. Fuck, man. Who the hell has any interest in a Charlotte and Ronda Rousey feud? I've already seen it. They want Brock and Ronda. Tell them to go fuck off. You know, selfish pricks. Just put Brock on fucking Raw. I mean, put Ronda on Raw, man. Fuck. Oh man, they're so busy. They're so busy with SmackDown. So busy focused on SmackDown. They have no idea what to do on Raw. And meanwhile, you have Sasha Banks, the best female wrestler in the world, and we have no idea what she's gonna do at WrestleMania. You know what pisses me off more than anything? They had the audacity to give Sasha like a 2-minute retrospective, 2-minute career retrospective video package, which was fire. It was a fire video package that went through everything Sasha's done in the main roster so far. They even had her Mandalorian clip in there and the NCAA commercial, right? And then that's the way you treat her in that Rumble match. Fucking pisses me off. Back to the Rumble itself. So once Selena eliminated Sasha, Daisy told me, Danny, how you text her because we were watching on Discord together. Danny, Daisy told me how you feel bad for Fitz, which was hilarious. I appreciated that, man. But my excitement for this whole show went out the window when Sasha got eliminated. It really did. If Sasha had gotten eliminated at the end of the match, I wouldn't be this pissed. It's the fact that they disrespected Sasha by giving her only fucking 10 minutes in that match tonight. 10 fucking minutes. When she was an odds-on favorite. Absolutely insane to me. Fucking bullshit, if you ask me. Next up, Dana Brooke came out at 9. Michelle McCool came out at number 10. Kind of makes sense. Undertaker was backstage, right? You knew the Undertaker was going to be in the match, but he was there supporting his wife. Sonya Deville came out at number 11. I'm not going through the eliminations because who gives a fuck? This show sucked. Sonya Deville came out at number 11. Sonya's sexy. I'm not going to lie. Sonya's kind of sexy. She came out with her suit jacket on and she teased taking it off, but she decided to sit at ringside for a little bit on commentary. You know, and I thought, oh, they were going to wait for Naomi to get into the match to have Sonya come into the match, but they didn't. They actually, Sonya waited for Cameron to come out. So they had Natalya come in at number 12. They had Cameron come in from number 13. So Cameron, you guys remember from the Funkadactyls, right? I see what you're talking about, but you know, I don't care about the TV deal. I don't care about it at all. If I'm Fox, why would I sign another TV deal with WWE? Why? The ratings have been a failure. You went from excuse me. You went from what, over 3-point-something million people, 3-point-something million people when The Rock made his debut on that first Fox show. On that very first Fox show, they had The Rock make his debut. And now they're barely averaging 1.5. I don't care. If I'm Fox, why would I sell another TV deal? Oh, give it back to USA. They'll say, hey, USA, you can have SmackDown again, right? You have Raw on Monday, have SmackDown on Tuesday. I wouldn't mind SmackDown being on Tuesdays again. I don't like, take SmackDown on Friday nights, right? Put it back on Tuesdays. I'll be fine with that. If I'm Fox, fuck the TV deal. WWE doesn't deserve a TD deal. Maybe if you take out the TV deal, maybe WWE will actually get their fucking acts together when it comes to their creative. Because let's be serious, WWE's been living off those creative deals from fucking Fox and USA Network. They fund most of WWE's gross profits at the end of the day. So without the TV deals, WWE may actually have to fucking sweat. So I don't give a shit about the TV deal. If I'm Fox, I don't care. I don't care. Anyway, back to it. So Cameron came out. You guys remember her for the Funkadactyls back? This was like early 2010s, like talking 2012, 2013, right? That's what Naomi was doing before she was became the Glow and all that, right? Team Bad and the Glow. They remember Naomi with Brodus Clay and all that. So Cameron came out. She was not in this match long at all. They had she got eliminated from or got eliminated by Sonya Deville, which is kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie, because Sonya was like, you know how much Sonya hates Naomi. So Sonya eliminating Cameron was pretty cool. Conveniently, of course, Naomi was the next person out, and this was great. They actually have a pretty good interaction with one another. So Naomi eliminated Sonya. But sadly, Naomi didn't last long in the Rumble at all, right? Sasha and Naomi are two people that wanted to go deep into this Rumble match. But of course, WWE, you know them, they fucking suck. And they did the exact opposite here with that. So Naomi and Sasha get done dirty. Carmella came in at 15. Rhea Ripley came in at 16. Charlotte Flair came in at number 17. The Cancer herself. And like I said earlier, they had Charlotte Flair, the SmackDown Women's Champion, make it into the final two. The final two. Shows you how much they prioritize Charlotte. Charlotte didn't need to be in this match at all. She shouldn't have even been in the match. I don't care about the story about Charlotte winning the Rumble and picking her own opponent. I don't care at all. Look, when Charlotte got eliminated by Ronda at the end, she didn't even care because she was still champion at the end of the day. She just wanted to pick her own opponent and control her own destiny. But she didn't care because she's still the champion. She's not losing that title till Mania because that's the way WWE is, right? So, you have Sasha Banks, the best female wrestler in the world, get eliminated under 10 minutes. But Charlotte, the SmackDown Women's Champion, who didn't need to be in the match at all, she makes it to the end in the final four, or the final two, right? The last person eliminated. Of course, that's what WWE does. Because fuck this company, bro. Next up, they had Ivory come out at number 18. They had Brie Bella come out. Brie mode. Fuck Brie Bella, man. I don't give a shit about her, bro. When they played that theme song, I remember how much I hated that theme song when she debuted and when Daniel Bryan was still in the company. That theme song is atrocious. It is an atrocious theme song. Terrible. And the fact that the crowd was doing yes chants, I was like, oh, fuck you. I hated that shit. Mickie James came out at number 20. She came back with the Impact Knockouts Championship, right? Looks like she has an AIDS a year. Still, man, I'm willing to bet WWE had to pay a hefty amount to get Mickie into the fucking Rumble. I don't really care about the Forbidden Door. I don't care about it. If it happens, it happens. That Forbidden Door is not open, in my opinion. You didn't see anybody from AEW tonight. You didn't see anybody special show up. So, no, the Forbidden Door is not open. This was a one-time thing, idiots. That Forbidden Door is not open. And why would I care about the Forbidden Door being open when WWE's creative for their wrestlers inside the company fucking sucks? So, from a creative standpoint, why would I want to see WWE work with any other company? Why would I? You guys want to see that? I don't. So, sorry, not sorry. The fuck? Disagreeing with you guys there, man. So fuck the creative door, man. Anyway, we had Alicia Fox, another part-time or another legend, right? If they had the same legends show up every single year. Same legends show up every single year, man. So they had Alicia Fox come out at number 21. They had Nikki ASH come out for number 22. Summer Rae came out for number 23. She was only in there for about 2 minutes. She got eliminated, right? So a lot of basically all of the legends, right? All the legends and the former superstars that they called back to the match got eliminated pretty quickly. So wow, you had Summer Rae. You promoted Summer Rae for the Rumble. They actually promoted Summer Rae for the Rumble. Remember, they had to show up on SmackDown, a couple weeks ago when they called her a legend. Look like fucking idiots. They also called Summer Rae a legend again tonight, but they had Summer Rae show up. She did nothing in this match. You had Nikki Bella come out at number 24. Nikki actually looks surprisingly good for a person that, had recently been pregnant a couple months before. But, I expect the Bella Twins. I don't think they're going anywhere because I've heard rumors that WWE wants to have them win the tag titles going to WrestleMania. So, I don't want to see that, but WWE, man. Not like anybody cares about the women's tag titles. They're completely useless today, but this is WWE, right? They can't fucking see shit with their own eyes. Sarah Logan, remember her from the Riot Squad? She showed up there tonight. It wasn't really a surprise. It was like, what the fuck? Like, why did they call her? Why did they call Summer Rae? Why did they call Lisa Fox? Why were these the names they were thinking of filling the Women's Royal Rumble with? When you have NXT superstars that could be in these spots. That's what I don't get. I don't get that. Why the hell? Why the hell do they do this dumbass retarded shit? You have fucking Io Shirai and Raquel Gonzalez and Cameron Jade and all this talent out in NXT, but instead, no, let's call up Sarah Logan, who didn't do a fucking thing in WWE her entire career. Same thing with Lisa Fox. Two people who I wouldn't give a crap if you put them in the Hall of Fame tomorrow. They didn't do anything during their main roster runs. Fucking hell, man. Sarah Logan didn't even look in any shape. Sarah Logan did not look good at all tonight. And she was in the Rumble for less than 2 minutes. I think she got eliminated by Charlotte or the Bella Twins. And the thing is, Liv Morgan, who actually was in this match for a pretty long time, she actually got eliminated like right after Sarah Logan. So yeah, I had no idea why the fuck Sarah Logan was there. No idea. And he also had like Liv Morgan crying when she saw Sarah. I was like, Liv, cry after the match. Your objective right now is to be trying to win the Rumble. They had Lita come out at number 26. She looked in fantastic shape. They had Molly Holly come out at number 27. They actually had a funny moment where Nikki ASH attacked Molly Holly right from the side of the ring and then eliminated her, which was actually pretty cool because Nikki ASH is like, I'm the only superhero around here. So that was actually pretty funny. I like that. So then they had Ronda Rousey come out at number 28. She actually got a huge pop, right? She was discussed all throughout the day. Look, if they hadn't done Sasha so dirty, I actually would have been wicked excited to see her. Because I've already made it clear I like Ronda Rousey. I want Ronda versus Becky. And I want Sasha versus Charlotte at Mania. But, look, I would have had more excitement if Ronda won. But still, I was just so pissed off still about the Sasha thing. Just really killed my excitement for the rest of the show. But anyway, so they had Ronda come out. She looked great from a in-ring standpoint, but her attire was fucking disgusting. You could tell this was last minute for her. You could tell that they didn't have time to get her normal MMA gear, like her hot rod shit with the black pants. Because Ronda came out, she's wearing a black tank top, right, with a crop top over it. On the tank top, it says baddest, which goes, of course, with the baddest woman on the planet. And then they had Ronda wearing the tight black leather pants. So clearly, that's not Ronda's normal ring attire. Hopefully, going forward, she'll have her normal ring attire again. But still, Ronda from an in-ring standpoint looked good. But, her ring attire was atrocious. That was horrific. So they had Shotzi Blackheart come out from number 29, which I knew because I knew who had been promoted. And I was thinking maybe they'll have Asuka or Bayley, right, appear, right? Because the rumor was that Asuka would be returning tonight. So I was like, let's get Asuka in here. At least give me somebody, cool for number 30. But they didn't have Asuka come back, which I have no idea why Asuka was not there. Because people believed that it was believed that she would be back for the Rumble. But I have no idea if she's just not cleared or what's going on. And then they had Shayna Baszler come out as number 30, wasted spot. I don't know why. They gave the Shayna Baszler. You knew she wasn't winning that shit. So I had no idea why they had Shayna Baszler at number 30. But the match of the going down to it, I think the final four were Bianca Belair, Charlotte, Ronda Rousey, and I think it was either Shayna or Rhea. It was one of those two. I don't really care. I don't really care. But Charlotte got a lot of eliminations at the end with her big boot elimination. But they also had Charlotte eliminate Bianca Belair, which pissed people off. And then, of course, it was obvious. You had Charlotte and Ronda at the end. Ronda eliminated Charlotte. Ronda wins the Women's Royal Rumble. So, Ronda did the whole point to the WrestleMania sign gimmick. It was funny because I heard people reporting that the WrestleMania sign was melting, right, and falling on people. So, they had to clear part of the arena during the Becky and Doudrop match, which was hilarious. But still, I felt bad, so bad for Sasha. Ronda wins. They still have Ronda acting like a heel. Ronda, because remember, Ronda was a heel, and Ronda doesn't really like WWE fans. You see, she does not like WWE fans, and I don't really blame her. WWE fans can kind of be dicks. But Ronda at the end here, she was mostly heel. She did fist bump a couple Ronda Rousey signs, but clearly Ronda's going to be babyface for whoever she faces. You're not going to do a heel versus heel match, right? So if Ronda faces Becky, which is the match they should do, right? They should have Ronda be babyface. So I expect Ronda to be turning babyface here in the coming weeks because Charlotte and Becky are both heels, and I don't think that's changing before WrestleMania. But still, Ronda is back. It is confirmed she will be on Raw Monday night. If I'm WWE, I would have Ronda announced right now. On Monday, I would have her announce that she's facing Becky. If it goes along with Ronda's character, I don't think Ronda should beat around the bush. Make it clear that you're coming after Becky on Monday. Don't do the Charlotte route. Have Ronda say you're gonna have her, face Becky. Really, get the promotion out there now. Ronda versus Becky is the match that they should be doing, and it should be Sasha and Charlotte on the SmackDown side of things. It's that simple, But we'll see what happens when Ronda is on Raw on Monday night. We'll see if they drag this thing or they get it out of the way quickly, so then we can just move forward because you have 8 weeks. Let's get this ball rolling. So Ronda Rousey's back. They're gonna have to turn her babyface, and we'll see what happens in the coming weeks. Ian says Xia Li, bro. I forget Xia Li's on the main roster. Like I said, this is the idea we were talking about. Hey man, say what you guys want about Roman. You gotta do what you gotta do, bro. My voice hurts. I'm not tired. This is that my voice hurts. We're already 2 hours into the review. It is 2 a.m. here. You guys aren't getting tired yet, huh? I'm not. We're not even halfway. We're kind of halfway through the review, but I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. I have the energy. I'm gonna go to sleep right after I finish the review, but So, man, you guys want to go to 3 a.m. tonight? I'm down. I'm down. Let's see. Is JD still live streaming?
Tell me about your brother.
Yes! Yes! The icon of combat sports! The Rowdy One is back! The baddest woman on the planet is back! Are you kidding me? The only woman to hold WWE and UFC gold, and look at the field! They can't believe it either! Ronda Rousey is in the Royal Rumble! A look I've seen walk through the cage and the ring so many times. I can't believe what I'm seeing right now, guys. This place is rocking.
And JD's still alive as well. Holy shit. Let me take a look at the chat. You guys you still got the energy, huh? There you guys go, man. Huh. Facts. Another thing, yeah, no Alexa Bliss. I thought Alexa would be in the Rumble as well. You know, so I have no idea when they did some of the dumbass shit we saw tonight, guys. Oh, who else said this? I don't know. It's a shit show. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Oh yeah. Anyway, let's get back into the show. Becky versus Drew drop for the Raw Women's Championship. Here we go. This match, the match didn't sucked. I have to be honest. I have to be objective here. The match didn't suck. I just didn't care. You guys knew this. I said to go into the match. I'll say it again tonight. I didn't care about this match. Seriously. You look at I told you guys already about the WrestleMania sign. But there was no point. There was no point of having this match on the show. Seriously, I'm sitting here complaining. Look, okay. He's talking about Becky. He's talking about Becky and Doudrop. I'll go listen to JD's thoughts afterwards. But Becky versus Doudrop, right? The match didn't suck. I just didn't care. Why was this on the show? Why the fuck was I supposed to show? Look, heel versus heel again. WWE's getting into this thing, man, where they're getting into this addiction with doing heel versus heel, babyface versus babyface, right? And babyface versus babyface, you can make that work. That's not hard, right? Two beloved superstars, right? You know, just have them have a great match. It's not that hard. Heel versus heel, that's hard to do, because who the fuck is the crowd going to cheer for? Yes, it's a little bit easier to do with Roman and Seth, because those two are two of the most popular superstars in the company. But you have Becky Lynch and Doudrop. Becky Lynch sucks as a heel. No matter how popular she is, the majority of real wrestling fans will tell you that Becky sucks as a heel. And Doudrop, people don't know who the fuck she is. People don't care about Doudrop. She's touted in the ring, but people don't care about her. This match, it wasn't that the match sucked. I just don't give a shit about Becky Lynch. She sucks as a heel. She sucks in general. She's overrated. Overrated. The crowd was, you could tell the crowd was still unhappy about what happened with Sasha in the Rumble match. You could easily tell that. But this match sucked. Or, you know, and I'm talking from a creative standpoint. The in-ring action, they went out there and, you know, they tried their best. They went out and tried to do their best. There was some, you know, I'll give Becky credit. She did a couple cool spots. The ending where she did the manhandle slam from the middle rope was a good looking spot. Credit to Doudrop for selling it well, because I know Doudrop's a good wrestler. It's just it's still, I just didn't care about it, right? And really, even if they went on there and gave you a 5-star classic, you know, it just didn't care about it, because you knew that Becky was going to retain, and just was just another person to, you know, for Becky to beat. Seriously, here's another question for you guys. Did Becky elevate anybody coming out of this match? I don't think so. Who the fuck did Becky elevate coming out of this match? Who? You think Doudrop's going to be a bigger star because of this match? I don't think so. People aren't going to give a shit. Doudrop will go right back to being a nobody in a clusterfuck of the Raw Women's division. And if Ronda goes on to face Becky like they should do, like I hope and pray that they do, right? Doudrop's not going to matter going into the Raw Women's Championship plans, going to WrestleMania. Just like Bianca won't matter if they do Becky versus Ronda. Just like Liv Morgan won't matter. Just like Asuka won't matter if Asuka comes back to Raw. Just like Bayley won't matter if Bayley comes back to Raw. They won't matter. It's that simple. They won't fucking matter. Pitiful WWE. That's what it is. That's what it is. I have nothing else to say. I don't care if the match was okay. Becky Lynch sucks as a heel. And she didn't elevate Doudrop tonight. That's how I judge Becky Lynch. If Becky's so good, why can't you elevate anybody like Sasha does every time she steps in the ring? Why can't you do that? Bayley does that. Asuka does that. Why can't you do that, Becky? Doudrop won't. Nobody will care more or less about Doudrop coming out of this match. She won't be any more popular. She won't be any more over with the crowd, because nobody gives a shit about Doudrop. And Becky Lynch did nothing to elevate Doudrop tonight. Get that through your head, you fucking clowns. All right? Get that through your head. It sucked. Waste of a time. I don't even know why this was even on the pay-per-view. Here's the thing, and here's the thing I'll note. When Bianca faced Doudrop, and it wasn't even a title match, why were people more excited about that? Remember when Bianca did the KOD on Doudrop and how great it looked? Right? People were excited about that. You actually go back and look at that moment, right? The crowd went crazy. It was almost like Bianca had just won a big title match. But Becky gets into the ring with Doudrop tonight. Nobody couldn't give a shit. Everybody in that stadium was out getting their beer and their fries and their burgers, getting ready for the rest of the show. Just like I was making my food during this match. The crowd just didn't care, and hey, I don't care about it either. And watch, Becky will probably come on Raw tomorrow, on Monday, and then, Becky will, cut some promo about how you guys didn't care about my match. This is why I turned my back on you guys, right? Becky will probably cut some promo, on that crap, and then Ronda will come back, and interrupt, and that's that. But we'll see. Just a bunch of dumbass shit if you ask me. Anyway, that's that. I'm done talking about Becky. She sucks. Next up, we had Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley for the WWE Championship. Right? This was a dream match that, we've been waiting years for. Sometimes we thought this is a match we would never get. We finally got this match here tonight. The biggest thing going into the match really was, as dominant as Bobby Lashley has been in WWE, Lesnar was brushing Lashley off like a nobody, right? Calling him Bobby Hugh multiple times the last couple of weeks on Raw. And with all the reports about the Royal Rumble tonight and Brock winning the Royal Rumble and how predictable and obvious it actually became, which is sad still, we were still excited for this match either way, right? And it made you think, Bobby Lashley's going to win this thing. And Lashley is officially a babyface, and, he is over with the crowd. He seems way more over than his first initial babyface run when he came back. What was it? When did he come back? 2018, I think he came back. So, I was happy to see Lashley over the crowd. There's actually a very, very great video package hyping up this match. Very, very well done video package going through both men's careers, their training, and everything for this match. Really, really well done video package. So we got into the match itself, and still, I know Brock's not in his prime when it comes to conditioning, but he still looks great in the ring. I don't know. I don't think Brock trains the same way he did back in the day. But imagine Brock did go hard training like he used to. That would be something else. But we saw both men started with a basic lockup, right? And they went at it a couple times, and then after that, Lesnar went for the German suplex. So then afterwards, Lashley did a German suplex of his own, which was actually maybe my favorite moment of this match. I love how Lashley did the German suplex. It was kind of scary seeing the way Lashley fell on his head, but Lashley, or how Lesnar fell on his head. But still, Lashley got up and he was fine. But I love Lashley doing this no suplex. So early here, they're no selling moves, right? Pretty cool stuff. This is like, all right, this is something we've been waiting for. So then Lesnar was like, okay, I see you, boy. All right, I see you. So then Lesnar then did 2 German suplex in a row. But then Lashley was able to take advantage again, and he hit a spear out of nowhere. And then he did a second spear that sent Lesnar out of the ring, right, going to recover. Lashley then went for another spear, right, the classic spear on the barricade spot, which I think they do too much because Roman, Goldberg, Lashley, they do that spot all the time. Plus, you have Charlotte who does spears here and there. So I'm just like, well, what are we doing? What are we doing here, man? But still, Lashley did the spear through the barricade. But he was the only one that went through the barricade because Lesnar avoided him right in time. Got back in the ring and Lesnar took control. Lesnar did a bunch of suplexes in a row, a bunch. But Lashley kept getting back up. Lashley then applied the Hurt Lock, which he actually had Lesnar in for maybe close to a minute, right? And usually no one survives the Hurt Lock for a minute, which was pretty impressive. But Lesnar backed Lashley into the corner and crushed the ref in the process, and you knew where this was going from here. Because Lesnar then hit an F5 but the ref was knocked out, so he couldn't make the 3 count, so nobody was there. So then Roman Reigns came out, right? There was been a lot of predictions about Roman coming out and costing Lesnar the match. I honestly thought, they weren't going to do it, and Lashley was actually going to beat Lesnar clean, but I wasn't surprised at all when they did Roman, coming out. That was probably the second most likely scenario in my eyes. So Lesnar, gets the spear from Reigns. Heyman handed uh Heyman handed Roman the belt, right? The WWE Championship belt, and he hit Lesnar with the skull with it, which cost Lesnar the match because afterwards afterwards, Roman gets in the ring, right? Heyman's walking away with with Reigns, and Lashley crawls over and gets a pin, and Lashley's crowned the new WWE champion, right? Doesn't matter what happened, but Lashley got it done. He defeated Lesnar, and he is the new WWE champion. I want to say this: I am over the whole what happened with Biggie at day one. I'm over it at this point. I hate how Biggie got done dirty, but I'm over it. It is what it is. It just shows that WWE really never cared about Biggie in the first place. Biggie's back to teaming with Kofi again, and I'm willing to bet they'll probably have Biggie and Kofi beat the Usos at WrestleMania or something for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. So it's whatever. Move on, but it's good to see Lashley as champion. I'm excited to see what they can do with him as a babyface WWE champion now, because we've seen him as a dominant heel champion, but now we get to see him as a babyface champion. So we'll see. Seth Rollins is definitely going to probably be at the top of the list, depending on if they continue Seth versus Roman. Definitely Seth versus Lashley is a very very big possibility for WrestleMania at this point. But I also gotta think maybe you gotta put maybe Edge could be in that conversation, even though I think AJ Styles versus Edge should be the big match. You never know. Maybe they do AJ Styles. I don't know. I would not complain about AJ Styles and Lashley at all. I don't know who else. I can't really think of anybody else right now that maybe they could potentially do Lashley at Mania with. Maybe they do a multi-man match, right? A triple threat or something like that, or like a fatal 4-way. I'm honestly not against that, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, the whole thing with Reigns and Heyman, look, it was cool, and if I'm being serious, this is probably what they would have done at day one. They probably would have had Heyman give Reigns the Universal Championship, and they probably would have had Reigns hit Lesnar with the belt, right? So I'm not really surprised at what they did tonight. It always felt like it was more likely than not that Heyman was gonna realign with Reigns at some point. If you guys saw the pre-show, Heyman was getting interviewed backstage, and he got he was like talking about how much he missed his tribal chief, even though Reigns did him dirty. I don't know if this was all part of the plan the entire time, right? They're gonna get an explanation for that. But if I'm Brock Lesnar, I'm trying to kill Heyman next time I see him. He cost you the same way he cost you the WWE Championship in 2003 with the Big Show. So if I'm Lesnar, per storyline, I'm going to kill Heyman next time I see him. Fuck Reigns, I'm going to kill Heyman, right? Because it looks like Heyman's now back with Reigns. But we'll see what happens. I don't know. We know that it's going to be Lesnar and Reigns now, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens going forward. But after that, that was that. Look, I'm not excited for Lesnar and Reigns anymore. I'm being honest with you guys. My excitement's out the window for that. We've already seen the build up for day one. We've seen a build up for Crown Jewel. What else really can they do with this story? How many times more do I have to see fucking Brock Lesnar, beat up the Usos? My interest in that feud is done. I have no interest in another Brock and Roman match at WrestleMania of all things. What are they going to do differently? More suplexes, more F5s, more spears? It's the same thing. We've seen Roman and Brock before. We just saw it at Crown Jewel. What else? Tell me. Somebody tell me. Seriously. What else from that match at Crown Jewel do you think that they can do in a match again at fucking WrestleMania? They've already faced off twice at WrestleMania. I'm sorry, but I don't care. I don't care. It's really that simple. I have no interest in it whatsoever. I'm sorry. It's like fucking bullshit, bro. But whatever. What the fuck do I know? I don't know anything. Anyways, moving on. Man. Like I said, I'm happy for Lashley. Let's see what happens with the WWE Championship. No idea what they do with the WWE Championship. But we'll just have to be patient on that one. But fuck, man. I am not excited for Lesnar and Roman again. It's the same fucking people every fucking time. So next up you have The Miz and Maurice versus Edge and Beth Phoenix. I feel the same way about this match that I felt about what's her name? Becky and Doudrop. Unnecessary, especially at this point in the show. It was about 10:40. People were like, we have another 1 hour Rumble match about to start. Like, are we seriously going to waste, 15, 20 minutes on this? And they actually did. Look, this was not bad. But the thing about it is, I've said it since the start of this feud. I have had no care in Edge and Beth Phoenix. I mean, Edge and The Miz. No care. I didn't have really any care about it at day one. And I had no care for it tonight. I have no idea. I have no idea what Edge, is doing. If I'm Edge, why do I care about The Miz? Why do I care about The Miz if I'm Edge? Why am I not trying to be in the Royal Rumble and repeat? I won the Royal Rumble for the number one spot last year. Doing something almost nobody in history has ever done. I'm trying to regain my championship at WrestleMania. But now this year, right, I don't care about winning the Rumble match. My focus is beating the fucking Miz. Seriously? That's what we're doing here? It makes no sense to me, man. But anyway, look. Both teams had some fire-ass attires, so I'll give them credit. Both had fire-ass attires, and they actually worked a decent match. I just didn't care about it at this point in the show. Maybe if you had done this as like the second match of the show, right? Maybe if you had gotten Becky Doudrop and you had gotten this match, if you had done it earlier in the show, then I would have thought a little bit differently. But late in the show, when everybody knew we had the men's Royal Rumble match coming, it was like everyone's just saying, like, really, this is what we're fucking doing? Seriously? And both teams went and actually worked their asses off. Maurice was super impressive in this match. I knew that Maurice could wrestle. I'm not saying that she couldn't, but the thing about it is Maurice, it's been years since Maurice wrestled. She's barely done anything the last couple of years. Maurice in her prime, yes, she can wrestle. Her and Beth Phoenix had some decent matches back in 2009 and 2010. But Maurice doesn't wrestle these days. But Maurice was pretty impressive in this match. There was a point where she did a beautiful Hurricane Rana on Edge. And then she did a spike DDT on Beth Phoenix. Maurice was very, very impressive in this match. So this This was not bad. But this is something that they should have done in the pre-show, even though they would never put Edge on the pre-show, or do earlier in the night, or just do it on like a Raw main event, something like that. There's no need to put it on this show that was already running long on time, right? You took out this 20 minutes. This show's only about 3.5 hours, which is a big difference from how most of us felt at the end of this show. But anyway, like I said, the match wasn't bad. There was near the end here, right after Maurice did her moves, Edge hit a skull crushing finale on Edge for a close 2 count. So then after the match, uh, or no, after the move, right, Edge kicked out. Maurice and Miz looked like they were gonna go for a double skull crushing finale, but that's when Beth came in. Beth speared Maurice, then Edge hit Miz with a spear, right? And then they hit the Glamazon slams, at the same time. Beth's finisher to get the win. So that was that. Finally, this ends this feud. This feud is now officially done and buried. I want to give credit though to Maurice, of course. Beth looked great, but I want to give credit for Maurice because she was actually pretty impressive near the end of this match with some of the moves that she did. But I'm glad it's finally over, right? I'm glad that Edge got to team up with his wife, even if we didn't care as much. I know that had to be pretty cool for him. They had their Beth and Edge had their girls at ringside, so that had to be a pretty cool move, pretty cool moment for the family. So good for them. But yeah, that's my thoughts on that. I don't really have any much else to say. We'll see what's next for Edge. It's really going to depend on what's the plan for the Elimination Chamber. Because I could see something. Like, if I'm WWE, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. It's simple, right? I don't think they're going to listen to me, but this is what I would do. I would do Roman and Seth, right? Again, for the Universal Championship at the Elimination Chamber. I would have Bobby Lashley defend. Hear me out. I would have Bobby Lashley defend the WWE Championship inside the Elimination Chamber. So I would have 2 chamber matches. I would have the Raw chamber match be Lashley versus, you could put a bunch of guys. You could make this a banger chamber match. You could have Lashley, KO. You could have Edge in there. Have AJ Styles in there. You could put Finn Balor in there maybe. And then maybe have as a 6th, maybe put Austin Theory, right? You have a banger chamber match in there, and then have Lashley win that, and then after, we'll figure out who he faces at for Mania. It could be Edge, it could be AJ Styles, maybe Seth. It could be one. It's most likely gonna be one of those 3 men. But that's what I would do. And then on SmackDown, I would do Sasha versus. I would do a chamber match that sets up Sasha versus Charlotte for WrestleMania, right? And of course, that would have to have Ronda choosing Becky. That's what I would do if I was WWE. Do I trust them to listen to me? Of course not, because they're fucking idiots. But that's what I would do if I was smart. If I was a smart WWE person listening to this podcast. But whatever, it is what it is. But yeah, so we'll see what's next for Edge this Monday on Raw. Where a lot of us are hoping it's gonna be AJ Styles going to Mania, but like I said, we'll have to figure that out and see where things go. But now moving on, lastly, finally getting into the main event, the men's Royal Rumble. This was very, very disappointing. This was worse than the women's Royal Rumble. The women's Royal Rumble was bad, right? Of course, what happened to Sasha getting eliminated early and Naomi, but bro, but at least I guess you could say it was kind of saved by Ronda Rousey at the end, right? Because that's gonna be the big thing. That's gonna steal all the headlines. Ronda Rousey, returning to WWE. It's gonna give WWE some big media attention going into post Rumble, and then as we enter into the road to WrestleMania. But that's that. But the men's Royal Rumble, this was very, very disappointing. No surprise entries. I don't care about Bad Bunny and Shane McMahon. I don't care. Didn't care about that at all. Like, Bad Bunny is surprisingly a good wrestler for a celebrity megastar, you know, for what he does in music, but I just didn't care. I wanted like somebody big. I didn't want a Bad Bunny or a Shane McMahon. I wanted like big returns. Maybe somebody like Cena, or something like. I know it was unlikely, but of course, still it's the fucking Royal Rumble. Anybody can come back. And this Royal Rumble sucked, right? AJ Styles started out as number one, and him being the Iron Man for this Rumble made sense. A lot. He was actually one of the. He was one of the hit with high odds to win the match. He was a lot of people's sleeper pick. And I was actually pulling hard for AJ. He was really the only person in this match that I was pulling hard because you kind of knew Lesnar was coming out at 30. So I was like, unless they don't do Lesnar, I would love to see Styles win this thing. I was pulling legitimately hard. Like tonight, WWE said, like, fuck your favorites, really. We're going to go with our crowd. We're going to go with our guys, Lesnar, Roman, Becky, Charlotte, of course, the same four cancers all the time. But I was rooting hard for Styles here. AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura started off the match. We know their extensive history, of course, right? And Shinsuke, he's been disappointing as IC champion. I don't blame him. He's been injured, and WWE's creative is terrible, so I don't blame him for that. But these two starting off the match, I was excited to see it, and there was some really good action here going on. Early. Austin Theory came out as number 3. A lot of people thought Austin Theory was gonna be the Iron Man of this Rumble because of the whole thing with Vince McMahon, right? Vince being his mentor. So we thought, all right, maybe that they'll get they're gonna give Theory a big push by having him be the Iron Man of this Rumble, especially after him and Styles had that fantastic match Monday on Raw. But Theory got eliminated about halfway in, so he didn't last nearly as long as people thought he was going to. Robert Roode came out at number 4. Him and Styles, going face to face, right? There was a TNA chant because of their days in TNA together. Rich Holland came out at number 5. Montez Ford came out as number 6. Damian Priest came out as number 7. Sami Zayn came out as number 8. Number 9 was Johnny Knoxville. You knew that Johnny Knoxville was going to be wherever Sami Zayn was because those two have been feuding for a whole month on WWE TV. And what's sad is, Johnny Knoxville and Bad Bunny, two guys who are not even WWE superstars, they got probably the loudest reactions of this match, which shows you the problem with WWE. You don't have any surprise entries, right, from legends that we love, some of the greatest of all time. And also another thing is, look at what you do. You don't have what's her name? You don't have Tommaso Ciampa. You don't have Tommaso Ciampa show up. You don't have Braun Breaker. You don't have any of these NXT guys show up at all. So you don't do anything to advertise the future of the company because you don't care. Shows you where your priorities are, man. Really, you rather get fucking Johnny Knoxville instead of promoting some of these other people. Tell you to me, bro. It's just The fact that Johnny Knoxville and Bad Bunny are getting two of the loudest pops of the night in the men's Royal Rumble match should show you how much of a problem WWE actually has. It's not a joke. It's not for views, bro. They actually have a problem. So, next up, they had Sami Zayn actually eliminate Johnny Knoxville here. So they had Angelo Dawkins come out at number 10. Almas came out at number 11, and I was scared, legitimately, because you guys know how much WWE has been. For some reason, Vince's horniness and obsession with big men. We had no idea what to expect from Almas in this match. So this was something we would have to keep our eyes out for, right? We didn't know how deep into this match Almas was going to go. So the quicker Amos would get eliminated, the better it would be for all of us, right? So Amos luckily didn't last too long. He got eliminated shortly after Chad Gable came in. So Ricochet came in at number 12. Chad Gable came in at number 13. So Chad Gable actually kind of used his head here, right? And they had Gable, try to rally everyone together. So it looked like everyone was going to work together to get Amos out. But instead, Gable sent Damian Priest the Gable, and that, ended up with Amos eliminating Damian Priest. So if Damian had just not gone on by himself and actually went with the rest of the group, if he had just went with the rest of the group, to eliminate Amos, he would have stayed on a little bit longer. But he's still the United States champion at the end of the day, so it doesn't matter. So you had Dominic come out at number 14. Happy Corbin came out at number 15, which pisses me off, bro, because every year in the Rumble match, and I notice this, every year in the Rumble match, they have Happy Corbin like eliminate a favorite, right? Somebody you want to see win the match, he eliminates. And this year it was AJ Styles, right? AJ Styles, a lot of people were rooting for AJ Styles here as a dark horse. And, Happy Corbin was the one that eliminated him. I was like, why do they do that every year, man? Like, you don't push Corbin on TV. No one gives a shit about him. But then in the Rumble every year, you give him a strong showing and you have him eliminate, somebody that we actually like. Like, why? Somebody that we're actually rooting for. I don't get it. So then afterwards, you have after that you had not Sheamus. Dolph Ziggler at number 16. Ziggler actually made some history tonight. I think tonight was his 15th Royal Rumble. He's been in the Rumble basically every single year since like 07, 08. So he's been in the Rumble basically every single year. Never won it, but it just shows how long Ziggler's been with the company. You can make an argument that Ziggler should be in AEW. It makes no sense that Ziggler's still in WWE, but, whatever, right? Whatever. I'm not going to sit here and try to, And the thing is, I look at it, Ziggler's 41 years old. That shows how long he's been with WWE. The guy was 26. Dolph Ziggler was fucking 26 when he joined WWE, like 2006 with the Spirit Squad, 2006, 2005, right? So he was like 17 at the time. Or no, not 17. That was like 17 years ago. The guy was freaking, 24 years old? So, damn. Ziggler's been in WWE nearly his entire adulthood. It's saying that he's stayed with the company this long, but, that's his choice. Whatever, good for him, I guess. I guess if he always just wants to be mediocre, he can stay with WWE forever. Even though Dolph Ziggler is the kind of guy that should be in AEW, but whatever. So you had Sheamus in 17, right? Cool fact about Sheamus, he won the Royal Rumble 10 years ago, 2012. Remember that he won the Royal Rumble in St. Louis, so that probably had to be pretty cool for him to be back in St. Louis 10 years to the day when he won the Royal Rumble, right? That'd be pretty cool for him. You had Rook Boogs, and yes, the year Sheamus won, that was the year he beat Daniel Bryan in, like, what was it, 18 seconds, I think, right? We all know, remember when Daniel Bryan kisses AJ Lee at the start of the match, and then Sheamus bro kicks Daniel Bryan like it's nothing, and then 1, 2, 3, he becomes a world heavyweight champion. That's a moment I'll never forget. That shit was hilarious. But yeah. Rick Booth comes out at number 18. Madcap Moss came out at number 19. Riddle comes out at number 20. 21, we had Drew McIntyre. So Drew McIntyre is back. This was actually kind of surprising to me because we didn't expect Drew McIntyre to be back. We did not expect Drew McIntyre to be back this soon. Just like Sasha, we didn't expect Sasha to be back till March. Drew, there was heavy rumors saying that he might have to miss the Rumble, but Drew, they said that Drew was doing everything to be involved with WrestleMania season. So if maybe Drew's waiting just to get through WrestleMania season and then he'll take a break and get that surgery and then, be operated on. But Drew looked fantastic tonight. He looked like the injury wasn't hindering him at all. I didn't see any like movements. I didn't see Drew. I didn't see Drew. Uh, grabbing at his neck area. So I'm not gonna say he's healed. I'm willing to bet Drew's probably still injured. He's not 100%, but he did not show any effects of that injury tonight. He looked fantastic. He actually got a really good pop, right? And I was actually saying maybe Drew could win this thing if they don't go with Brock. Drew could actually win this thing, and we're still waiting for a Drew and Roman Reigns feud. Remember, that was originally supposed to be the match for tonight. If Drew never had gotten injured and had to leave off TV for the last month, Drew versus Roman was actually going to be the plan for the Royal Rumble. I think now at this point we will get Drew and Roman eventually, but I think that might not be till after WrestleMania if Drew is around. Because I think what's going to happen is if you do, I think you're going to get Roman and Seth probably going into the Elimination Chamber, and then after, of course, it's going to be Brock. So if Drew's around, we may not get the Drew and Roman feud for the Universal Championship till after Mania. But we'll just have to wait and see how that goes. But anyway, so Drew came out. He eliminated both Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss pretty easily and pretty quickly. And then after the match, it was whooping their ass. So after he eliminated them, he got out of the ring and then just whooped their asses for some extra assurance, which was actually pretty funny. Kevin Owens came out at number 22. Rey Mysterio came out at number 23. Kofi Kingston came out at number 24, and this is bad because I love Kofi Kingston. You guys know Kofi's one of my favorite guys in WWE, but this was not good. So every year, of course, Kofi has a crazy spot in the Rumble. He does something insane, of course. And this year, I was like, oh, here comes Kofi finally. A little bit late. Kofi's usually a little more like early in the match, middle of the match. That's usually what they always do with Kofi. But Kofi, they had Kofi come out late this time. I was like, okay, what are they gonna have Kofi do? What's gonna be a spot? So you could tell that they were rushing for time because near the end of this thing, the clock was going really fast. I feel like they were definitely speeding up entries and all that because they wanted to get this done before the show done before 12. But so they had Kevin Owens, or not Kevin Owens. Yeah, they had Kevin Owens like eliminate Kofi, but the whole point, it was a botched spot. So Kofi was supposed to do a jump from the barricade onto the railing, right? And both his feet were supposed to stick onto the thing, but one of his legs, one of his feet, both his feet barely touched the floor. And when they showed the replay, there was no way that WWE could try to fake it, right? There was no way WWE could act like he wasn't. It was apparent. So they had no choice but to eliminate Kofi. And clearly it was a botched spot. Even Kofi said on his Twitter afterwards, basically implied that it was a botched spot. So if I'm WWE, I would have had Kofi come in earlier in the night. Why would I have Kofi come out near the end at number 24 to try a spot where things are more intense like that? Especially when you knew that WWE was really trying to rush the match and get things done a little more quicker. So if I'm, Kofi usually always pulls these things out, but I personally would have had Kofi appear later in the show, and they probably would have been a much higher success rate for Kofi to complete that save spot, which was botched there tonight, unfortunately. So yeah, that was it for Kofi. And next up at 25, they had Otis. Big E came in at number 26, right? And you wanted, the roof for Big E a little bit, with McIntyre being there and Lesnar being there, but you just knew that they weren't going to have Big E win, right? So then number 27, Bad Bunny came out. Like I said, I didn't care about the special entries of Bad Bunny or Shane McMahon, right? Maybe I did care a little bit about Shane McMahon, but Bad Bunny, no, because that Bad Bunny's not going to be there going forward. It's just maybe another thing for to have some fun and also promote his new tour that's starting this summer, right, where he's going like all these famous places. So The thing is, Bad Bunny did a beautiful. Bad Bunny looked good for the couple minutes he was in there. Not gonna sit here and lie to you guys. It's just like still don't really care about Bad Bunny being a surprise entry in the Royal Rumble. I'm just like, I think we can do a little bit better than that. So they had Bad Bunny. He did a beautiful looking Canadian destroyer. I don't know who he did it on. I don't know if it was on Rey Mysterio or somebody. I don't know. It was on a small person, but Bad Bunny had a beautiful looking Canadian destroyer. He actually eliminated a couple people here, right? So they had Shane McMahon come out at number 28. Shane came out, of course, with the baseball jersey, Royal Rumble version, right? It was kind of good to see Shane back. And, Shane's going in there throwing lefts and rights. It's classic things with everybody. And yeah, he had some funny interactions with Bad Bunny and a couple others there as well. So getting near the end here, we're almost done, man. This seems like such a long review. We're almost 3 hours into this shit, bro. Ridiculous. And thank you guys for sticking through it, man. I know it's probably late in some of your areas, but thanks for being here. If you guys are watching on the stream, thank you guys, man. Woo. Almost done. We'll be done here in a little bit, but you had Randy Orton come out at number 29. No surprises there. Orton does this every single Rumble. He comes out, he does RKOs everyone to oblivion. And then at number 30, no surprise to anybody there, Brock Lesnar comes out once again. And Lesnar came out and eliminated everybody. I don't even know if Lesnar was in there for 5 minutes. He came out and eliminated Orton. Came out and eliminated Matt Riddle, which was sucky because, for Matt Riddle and so many others, people have been wanting to see Matt Riddle and Brock Lesnar for years. Even though it's been stated that Lesnar doesn't like Matt Riddle. But we didn't really get to see them interact in the match that much at all. Like, I think, what happened? Matt Riddle came in for a flying punch of some sort. Lesnar grabs him by the leg and absolutely just tosses him out, which actually looked like a brutal looking spot. Lesnar then eliminated Bad Bunny, right? Rey Mysterio. And then it came down to Lesnar and McIntyre. Michael Cole actually did a decent job of hyping this up on commentary. This was actually kind of fun. And, Lesnar's talking about, like, yeah, I was running back 2 years ago, man. Things have changed. And these two were talking shit to one another. But this interaction lasted pretty short. It wasn't, that long at all. I was hoping it would be a little bit longer, especially with the history with McIntyre and Lesnar. But legit, it wasn't that hard at all. Lesnar, I think, caught McIntyre and then just F5'd him out of the ring, and that was that. It was really, really stunning how quick Lesnar came in and just wiped out everybody. It's kind of sad if you ask me. I didn't like it at all. But that was it. Lesnar tosses everybody out, and he wins the 2022 Men's Royal Rumble match. And that's it. Finally, after nearly 3 hours, we are almost done reviewing this shit show. Jeez Louise, man. I feel like I gave you guys a triple podcast. But look, guys, man. I don't know what else you want me to say about this show. This was one of the worst Royal Rumbles of all time. And the thing about it is, we knew about it. We can't sit here and say we didn't know. We knew that Lesnar was probably going to win the Royal Rumble. We knew that the second Ronda Rousey was announced to be coming back, that Ronda was probably going to win. So we be surprised? No, because this is what WWE does. This is what WWE does, and it's sad. People like Sasha Banks and Bayley and Asuka, right? And some of those talented male superstars will always play second, third fiddle because WWE has their Mount Rushmores. They have their fucking cream of the cops. It's always Becky, always Charlotte, always Roman, and Brock Lesnar. Everybody else, go screw yourself. That's the way WWE sees it, and that is sad. It's sad. That's the way it is. I don't think WWE will ever change, man. And it's sad. Really, really sad. But Other than that, guys, I'm gonna get ready. I'm gonna end this review here in just a couple moments. This has been already easily probably the longest podcast of the year. I think we haven't done a review this long since SummerSlam, right? And that was why, because we were streaming during NXT Takeover, so we were like reviewing SummerSlam and watching Takeover at the same time. That was fun. But I want to say thank you guys for joining me here, guys, on the podcast tonight, man. If you guys are here for the entire stream, I want to say thank you, man. You guys are amazing. To be here for almost 3 hours, that's what's up. You guys are really, the support is unreal, and you guys are amazing. Want to say thank you guys, man. It's frustrating being a Sasha Banks fan. It's frustrating with all this shit, and we can only hope things will get better. And if they don't, Sasha's contract expires next year, and hopefully she can finally leave this company and get out and go through things she wants to do in AEW or wherever life might take her. But let me know what you guys thought of the review of the show, man. It's been a long one. I know it's frustrating. A lot of frustrating stuff happened on this show tonight. But now we're on the road to WrestleMania, so we'll see where things lead out. We got our next show, Elimination Chamber, in only 3 weeks. It's gonna be on another Saturday night. So 3 weeks, we got the Elimination Chamber that's gonna be in Saudi Arabia, and we'll see where things go from there. Yeah, like I said, I will be back here on Monday night. I am planning right now. I plan to be live Monday night after Monday Night Raw. We'll talk about Bobby Lashley and what's next for him as WWE champion, as the new two-time Almighty WWE champion. The Almighty era begins once again. I also will talk about Ronda Rousey. Right, Ronda's supposed to be on that show, so definitely we'll see if she makes her announcement about who she wants to face at Mania or not. So we'll wait for that. And yeah, outside of that, that's about it. I'm gonna see you guys later. Before anything, if you guys enjoyed the podcast, please leave a like on the video before you guys leave, man. That does a lot for me. So please, do me a favor and leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed. Also subscribe. You guys are new to the channel by clicking the bell next to my name, Fitz TV, so you guys are notified every time I post a new video. Follow me down on social media. The links are in the description down below. Thank you guys for all the love and support. You guys are amazing. Outside of that, guys, that's about it. I will see you guys later. Have a great night, guys. Peace.